Stand up, T.
Stand up?
Stand up.
Right now? I have a hole in my pants. My whole dick just falls out.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Section 10 podcast. Here are your hosts, Jared Carabas, Coley Mick, Steve Peralt, and Tyler Milliken.
Okay, boom. Section 10 podcast, episode 612, presented by Kalshi. It is the home of your 9-16 last place Boston Red Sox, brewed by Blue Moon.
Suck one.
Produced by Mikey Eamon and Jeremy 2K Bagzewski.
Hey.
Woof.
Section10merch.com, patreon.com/section10 podcast.
Yeah, I think that covers it.
All right, that'll do it. T, final thoughts?
Ooh, Franklin Arias. Let's get into it.
Jesus Christ, T.
Sorry. He had another home run tonight.
He did it. Yeah, he'll be a top 20 prospect, I'm hearing.
I heard that on the baseball hour.
Yeah, I heard that in the office before I went on the baseball hour.
At least we have that.
Yeah. All right. Steve?
Section10merch.com, best merch on the planet.
Yep.
Obviously, the Patreon's buzzing, live game chats, get in there.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Mikey?
I got nothing.
Zuko?
I just know we have 5 ad reads, so I'm excited to drop the ads in between every sentence.
I did see someone complaining about that the other day, Tease. They were like, I'm sick of Jared interrupting T with ad reads. Like the ad reads we tape after and then they're dropped in. How am I
Do you guys
interrupting?
pick it purposely? You're like, everyone needs a break. Like Tyler looks like he's about to pass out. Let's just drop this one in here.
Okay. So I get it. So like when we do tape them, I'll jokingly be like, good one, T. Maybe they think that I'm actually interrupting him, but that's how we tape them.
Big time.
When you
That is what they
enter
think
some
you're
of the
doing.
reads, it is a little vicious at times.
I guess, yeah. I mean, I didn't realize that. Yeah, people think that I'm actually interrupting you, and they're taped before the show, and then dropped in. Yeah, I'm getting a
You would
little
never do
sick
that
of
to me.
Jared interrupted D like that. Well, shit, fuck. This team sucks, huh? I hate this team.
Terrible. They suck.
Yeah, like so. I bet that. I mean, obviously, we're probably gonna have like a lot of Yankee hate watchers / listeners that tune into this particular episode. I'm like, I already was kind of out on this team, and this just justified my feeling to not like this team. I did pick them to win 2 out of 3 in the series. I will say that, but I think the takeaway of being like, Luis Gil sucks. If they can't beat that guy, then it's real bad. He didn't give up a run. And I even looked at like the pitch metrics and everything. All of his shit was bad. Like his shit was down. He was nothing special at all. And he diced them up in game 1. Game 2, Max Fried, I know that he was scuffling like the last like 3-4 times out, whatever. But he's a lefty. And the Red Sox do not have a lineup that can go up against lefties. And B, he's dominated the Red Sox since going to the Yankees. So that makes sense. And then I'm pretty sure we all had Cam Schlittler as a scheduled butt fucking in the finale. So the night 1, I was a little surprised that they couldn't get something going against Luis Gil. But the rest of it, what was shocking about the way that this series played out? Nothing.
The Max Fried was an auto loss. I don't think there was a single soul. And then when we found out Roman Anthony wasn't playing, it was like, all right, well, it's even worse than we imagined. And then you throw in Ceddanne Rafaela in the leadoff spot. It's like, man, this is the lineup you see on September 25th. You've been eliminated for a week.
Spring training.
I've never felt so defeated before a first pitch before so early in the season. It really is like so depressing to watch.
So depressing. Yeah, we got to Fenway at like 11 a.m. on Tuesday, so we got to breathe in the full Red Sox Yankees pre-series vibes, and it was just like Didn't feel like Red Sox Yankees, hanging around the dugout before the game, and it's like the only energy that got brought was me and Coley making fun of Cam Schlittler. That was it. And I was like, I gotta get my licks in now because I'm not gonna be able to say shit after the series. I don't know what Yankee fans are hoping to hear in regard. Like, we're not like, oh man, I guess we were wrong about that. We all said it. We were like, this guy is going to fucking rock our shit on Thursday. So we better make fun of him while we can. Cause we're not gonna be able to say shit at the end of the series. No shocker. Yeah. He went out there and did exactly. He went like eight innings, 2 runs, but only one of them was earned. Didn't strike out a ton. It's like, oh yeah, nice shitty 8-inning dominant performance. Like, what do you want us to say?
He's had 2 8-inning starts in his life. They're both against the Red Sox. So that's sick.
Yeah.
The Red Sox are a gift to every starting pitcher or reliever in the world. Do you want to throw 8 pitches or less in an inning? Do you want to sit down within 3 minutes and you don't even have to break a sweat or do anything like that? This is the Red Sox team you want to be up against. Every single game, there were at least 2 innings where you had sub 10 pitch innings. Like, if I was just an organization with Pete Fatsi and just having those conversations, I'd be terrified if I was Pete Fatsi to even look at someone in the eye, because that's simply just being lost. That's not working the count. That's not doing anything of quality. You're not even giving your own pitchers a breather. Like, what an embarrassing place to be. And you do it every night.
I will say, Jerry, you talk about the Fenway atmosphere.
Yeah.
Was there for, I know you guys were there for game 1, was roaming around game 1, there for the finale. It's, who had said it? I don't know if it was a reporter or not, that it said, like, you're really just rooting for laundry. Someone, it might have been Shaughnessy or something, had said that back in the day. That's what it feels like with this Red Sox-Yankees series we just watched. Like, there's Red Sox laundry out there, but this isn't Red Sox Yankees. This isn't like a rivalry at all. This isn't anything to get excited about. You look at the Green Monster, it says Yankees Red Sox, so technically it is, but it's just not. Like, that's not what you're watching. There was no energy, there was no buzz. I mean, especially for that first game, like, that was atrocious. I mean, the first 2, at least in game 3, there's a little bit of life, but like the first 2 games, you're just doing next to nothing. And the fact that they were 1 out away from being shut out at Fenway for the first time in back-to-back nights since 2002, when you're hearing years like 2002 that are coming up, that's how 24 years. I think T was basically born then. Like, that's how long ago we're talking about for how bad this lineup has been and how lifeless they've been. And there was a line last series, I meant to mention on last pod, what's his face? Benetti, right? The Tigers. He's incredible.
Benetti, yeah.
He's incredible.
So
and he had a line that I thought was like so spot on. I actually want to try. All right, here it is. This was after the first inning of the Scooble start, I believe, in game 2. He goes, swing and a miss, strike 3, and the Tigers lead in time of possession 18-4. And I'm like, you know what? That is applied for this entire Red Sox season. You could say that line so many times for the opposing team against the Red Sox. The time of possession is a bloodbath every single series. If you go up to P, you're missing all 3 at-bats. You would think that the Yankees got 6 straight outs in an inning. That's what it feels like watching this team.
Yeah.
You know what's bad? When Lou is like talking himself through crisis. Like, you can hear when Lou's like trying to find like something to hold on to or a reason to keep going, or, you know, just an old baseball saying that gives you a reason to wake up the next day. And then you get to the 7th or 8th inning every night and Lou kind of is just like, I don't know, man. I don't know what else I can really say here to feel better.
I got nothing for you, OB.
Like, Dave O'Brien, you know, thrives off the negativity. So he starts like just sitting in it and making it feel worse. But poor Lou, I give him so much credit because he gives me hope in those moments. It's just so hard to hold on.
It's bad, dude. It's April 23rd. And I mean, say what you want. I'm sure, you know, like, there's plenty of people that are like, oh, you're just being negative, and like, it's still early, and I don't want to hear you celebrate when they're back in it in September. How are they going to get back in it at any point? I don't understand. I don't want to be the guy. I've said this before on this show. Every year there's a point where the Red Sox play really bad baseball, and then I'm like, man, this team doesn't have it, and I give up, and I don't think that they're going to be able to do this and that this year. And then it's like, you know, you have to remind yourself that it's a long season. things can happen. By the time you get to August, September, you think back on April and May, and it feels like an eternity ago. And there's just different chapters and eras within a season to where you just got to ride the wave and hope that water finds its level at some point. But I'm going to keep hammering home this point that I made on the last episode, which is we've had seasons where, like last year, I can't really make an assessment on what this team is until Roman Anthony gets called up and then we go. I can't in 2020, whatever it was, 21 maybe? 2021. I don't know. We're not really going to know what this team is until Chris Sale comes up in the second half, and then we go from there. There's no one coming to save this team. There's no one. Roman is on this team.
Pitched tonight.
Huh?
The closest thing pitched tonight.
Yeah. Like, and I don't mean that to be disrespectful to Tolle, but like mentally, I already factor him in because he got called up last year. Like he was the jolt of energy last year. And yeah, like he pitched tonight. He was fucking awesome. It was the most excited that I think I felt watching a Red Sox baseball game this year before it all went to shit. But there's no one coming to save this team. I think the worst, like the biggest gut punch that I think I felt was when I was like, everyone's healthy. This is the team. And everyone's healthy. And all right, yeah, we'll talk about Roman's back and whatever. But before we dive into that, I just want to give a quick shout out to our sponsor, Kalshi, the largest prediction market in the United States. Kalshi allows you to trade and win real money on events like sports and entertainment. Let's make one thing clear. Kalshi is not a sports book. On Kalshi, you are not playing against the house. You are trading head-to-head against other people. Kalshi just runs the marketplace. This makes Kalshi an exchange. That means that they do not profit when you lose. The lines are not set by them. Lines move based on where the money goes. Public opinion is what sets the line, not some algorithm that is working against you. And if you want to try it for yourself, Kalshi will give you $20 when you trade $20 if you use our promo code, which is section 1010 when you sign up. Again, they're going to give you $20 when you trade $20 on the Kalshi app, promo code section 10 when you sign up. What a weird feeling to be in April and just kind of know that this is fucking it. Like, I don't want to speak for you guys, but I'm waiting on the firing. I'm waiting on the big change. I'm waiting on like a press conference from fucking John Henry or Sam Kennedy to be like, hey, this is not at all what we want, what we expect, what this is not, acceptable. Something has to give, because you as a business, I get it. People are going to be like, oh, Jared, you got to fucking organize a protest and this and that. I'm a podcaster, man. Like there's nothing I can do that's going to force change. The team has to look at the product and say, this is not acceptable. And how many times have we had the conversation over the last half decade about whether or not John Henry still cares, whether or not Sam Kennedy is in the baseball business as much as the PGA business and the FSG and this and that. The focus needs to be on the baseball team. And if it's not, then they're just going to look at the ticket sales and the concessions and be like, money's still coming in. The weather's about to warm up. Fenway is a tourist trap. The seats are still going to be filled. And as long as it's profitable, yeah, like what do we really care? Like how many seasons do we have to suck or be mediocre and still be profitable to really give a shit when this happens? I don't know, but it's not acceptable. I think that this is the earliest into a season that I've ever been like, yep, like it's not happening. It's just not happening. And it's not because of how we have talked in the past about, this is a continuation, a buildup of frustration. This is, 2022, 2023, 2024. Like these teams were so mediocre and disappointing, and you finally get back to the playoffs last year and you're trying to build off of that. And then this team fucking blows. So maybe there is a little bit of built up irritation, but not to the point where I think I'm jumping to a conclusion. We're all seeing it. Everyone, if you're listening to this podcast right now, the way that the season has gone, the way that that series just went, and you want to tune in to hear more about this fucking garbage team, then you're a sick fuck. You're a 162 guy, girl, gay, like all of us. So you're locked in. You know, deep down in your heart, this team doesn't have it. But for whatever fucked up genetic reason, you're still watching every game like we are, and then tuning in to talk and listen about the fucking team like we are. It's a sickness. It is. We're not going anywhere. And I'm assuming if you're still with us right now, you're not going anywhere either. We're going down with the ship together. I just want to know, what the fuck are the Red Sox going to do about it? What is your plan? Because if it's too early, let's wait and see. Let's let it play out some more. What are you waiting? What are you honestly waiting to see? What do you think is going to change? What do you think is going to happen that hasn't already shown itself to you in terms of production, star level, talent, ability to hit a baseball, a lineup against the lefty, ability to fucking run the bases, ability to know how to challenge with the ABS, ability to not make a fucking million errors, starters being able to pitch, bullpen being able to hold a fucking lead. What have you seen that makes you think, just wait? Just wait. This is going to sort itself out. We love the team, love the roster. This is a fucking great group of guys. Just wait. Wait for what? What are we waiting for? To fall even further away from a playoff spot, away from a 500 fucking record. Never mind a winning record. The idea of getting back to 500 right now. Last season, they had to win 10 straight fucking games to become relevant in the summer. We haven't even done an episode of Unobstructed Views yet, and the season's over. We're going to go in there and be like, hey guys, it's May. Like, imagine being like, it's May and we're already like 2 weeks past the point of saying that the season's dead. It's like, I'm going to be sitting there on the couch with Delano Rizzo talking to Papelbon on a screen, being like, can't wait to watch the Sox tonight. Nope.
That's bad. It's very bad, Jerry. I'm never going to, and this isn't me being optimistic at all, I'm just never going to allow a season to be confirmed dead in April. It's crazy, but that's the only thing I can point to. That's literally it. Just the date. It has nothing to do with the ingredients of the team. It has nothing to do with the baseball we've watched. It has literally nothing to do with that, because every sign, everything you watch every single night is telling you this is one of the worst products you've ever watched in your entire life. And that spans whoever listens to this show. Mikey and I were looking at the analytics a couple weeks ago. There are people in their 60s, 70s, I think 80s that listen to the 10. Shout out to you. Appreciate you. You've been watching this team your entire life. That goes way, way, way back. You tell me what's been a worse start than this. Like, I have no clue what's been worse than this. There's part of me that's like, was 2012 even this bad? I don't think it would. You got something on 2012 tape?
2012 was at least entertaining because Bobby V was a lightning rod.
Would say something crazy every night.
2012 had David Ortiz, John Lester, Dustin Pedroia. Like,
you're forgetting the best part. You're forgetting the best part.
Cody Ross.
Cody Ross was awesome too. Will Middlebrooks, man, carried. Will Middlebrooks carried, bro.
Yeah, in the beginning.
April 2022 was a worse offensive month than this year so far. Isn't that insane?
That's nuts.
Wait,
I could not believe
there's
been worse months, and I'm like, how the hell have there been worse offensive months than this?
What year? Katillo asked the question. 2022,
he did.
March.
He
April.
got shot down as he per usual. I mean, Corey doesn't want to hear any Katillo questions right now.
Isn't that insane?
Yeah.
Worse in terms of OPS
was a worse offensive
WRC
month than this year.
Also, let's be honest though. Like, they've had some weird 8-run games that are
definitely
real 8-run games, like 7, 8, and it's like, how the hell did they even score that? It's not like they're hitting bombs. TC was saying in the post game they've had 1 3-run homer all year. That TS10 one. They've given up 8. So in the 3-run homer game, they're down 24-1, or I guess 24-3. But it's embarrassing.
12 out of 25. You scored 2 runs or less. 12 out of 25. That's half of your games. You didn't have a back-to-back hit in the series. Like, that's an insane thought to have.
They scored 3 runs the whole fucking series.
You got a free run. They gave you a run today. You can't even take that. And the garbage time run you got in the 9th inning the night before, I'm not giving you that one either.
No, that doesn't count either. No, it's you basically got like a solo shot from Cap. That's it.
And I think that's where you start to have to question, right? These are where the firing conversations. The lineup shouldn't be this bad. As much as they are where they are right now and what they've looked like, there was not a single person who had them as a bottom 5 offense in the sport. Everyone on this podcast picked them as a playoff team. Nationally, they were picked as a playoff team. People were not saying they were not a playoff team. The rotation has underperformed greatly. Andrew Bailey took fucking 2+ months last year to get the rotation on track. Right now, you're a bottom 5 offense. Who pays for that? Jared? Oh, it's a pinky?
My bold prediction was that they were going to be a top 5 offense in the American League, and I was mocked, being like, way to go out on a limb. Like, obviously, they're going to be a top 5 offense.
It is still early for that.
This offense fucking sucks, Steve.
Oh,
this might
right
be
now it's
one
atrocious.
of this offense has a chance to be a top 3 worst offense in Red Sox history.
Right now, they would be at the bottom. They're the bottom of everything. They're 29th in OPS.
There's nothing good.
They're like,
you look at any of the stats, it's like at best they're 26th at something.
Yeah,
It's really bad.
They're horrendous in general. And I think that's where, like, whether you want to talk is, Breslow going to step in and be like, Andrew Bailey, you're just not succeeding in what I'm giving you. You're not performing in that aspect. Like, you're supposed to kind of make my vision happen on the field. You need to be held responsible. I don't know. Is it Pete Fatty where you're like, they just shouldn't be this bad? They shouldn't look this lost at the plate where, you can go down to whatever stat you like. They're 29th in zone swing percentage, 30th in meatball swing percentage. They're not swinging at shit inside of the zone. They're not even aggressive on the pitches they should be swinging at. They chase too much.
Swing percentage? That's
yes,
a stat?
that just balls down the middle. The balls down the dick you always talk about. They don't swing.
Balls on your dick.
There's no team in baseball that swings at less of those pitches than the Boston Red Sox, yet they like to go and chase all the time. They're hitting the ball into the ground, the second highest ground ball percentage. Like,
it was Earth Day. Hit it into the earth.
These are the things, like, with a baseball team, you start to question, like, you cannot get the ball, you can't lift it in the air. That's supposed to be one of the philosophies of the organization. Their spring training fucking... the signs on the walls there quoting Ted Williams, hitting the ball hard and hitting it in the air. You're not succeeding in any of those aspects. You strike out too much. You don't walk enough. You're 30th in ISO. You're not good with runners in scoring position. Like, there's so much there, and they're underperforming so greatly. The only thing they're doing decently right now is they're playing good defense. That's it.
They booted a fucking ball tonight.
Yeah,
it was the first error in a while. Whatever. Yeah,
their defense metrically, they're in a good place right now. They've been playing a lot better. It doesn't matter if you can't hit.
Let me ask you this question then, T.
Yep.
Breaking news at midnight tonight. They fire Pete Fatty.
Yep.
What does that fucking do for this team? Nothing.
I would wonder, right? So you look at some of the guys that are on the staff right now, and Dylan Lawson and John Soteropoulos from Driveline. You have guys down in the minors and a Johnny Renna that are all Jared.
I think Driveline is not helping the situation. There's obviously been complaints, but then I've heard from former players within the organization who are now elsewhere that are like, things were great, and then Driveline showed up, and then things were bad. So, I mean, I don't. When people are asking me, because I started the fire a guy movement. I'm now kind of pivoting to like trade a guy. I think trade a guy helps more than fire a guy, but fire a guy kind of fire a guy to me means that the front office is like, we cannot continue down this path. We have to do something, show some change, show that we care, show that we're not just trying to be patient, whatever. So fire a guy. But when I look at it, who do you fire today that helps you be better tomorrow?
Pete Fatty isn't a Driveline guy.
I know that.
So he's on the other end of that spectrum. And I think with what you're looking at right now, if there's maybe an issue with some of these younger players coming up and they're working with certain guys that get to them a place, and I'm not telling you Driveline is the solution to all of that. I'm certainly not telling you that. But the best organizations in the sport are affiliated with them and have players going there and putting their work in. But we've heard there's been a disconnect about doing those little things in the big leagues. Can you teach the parts of the games while Driveline focuses so much on bat speed and launch angle and these things? Can you do the things in a Major League Baseball game to win? Right now, Pete Fatty being on the other end of that spectrum, he hasn't been able to get guys there. He just hasn't. And like, eventually, when you're underperforming to this level, someone is going to be the scapegoat. Do I think Pete Fatty's a horrendous hitting coach? I think he's as mediocre gets, but they're not getting the job done right now. And their approach, when you look at the metrics and you don't swing at pitches in the zone, that you simply just have a horrendous approach at the plate constantly, who do you assign that to? Someone has to hold that. Jared?
How much do you know about Driveline's involvement with the Red Sox organization, T?
A good amount. I'd say what's out there publicly.
Okay, so call it 6 years ago. Driveline, to me, as a baseball fan, was where pitchers would go to increase their velocity. Now, like, Driveline works or is integrated into the Boston Red Sox and it's hitting related. Can you explain how that is and who is Driveline employed by the Red Sox and what is Driveline doing for the Red Sox that is such a drastic change that we're in this position right now?
So it started during the Chaim Bloom era. That's when they started implementing Jason Ochart, who came over. He was with the Phillies previously before he came to the Red Sox. He was kind of the guy who started the hitting philosophy over at Driveline, started that entire version of them. We had always heard about the pitching, like you said, for so long. He joined the organization. I believe it was going into that 23 season before Chaim Bloom ended up getting fired. He's been in the organization ever since, and they've hired on both the pitching and hitting side a number of Driveline guys that have come in and throughout the minor leagues they're involved in. Kyle Bodie's on the pitching side. Yeah, he's the original founder.
Yes.
He came post Craig Breslow. He was a special advisor. They actually asked him to be the director of pitching before they gave it to Justin Willard. He turned it down because he wanted to continue to run Driveline and continue to do his thing. And that's where they are today. He's a major part of this organization, and they credit to him a lot of the stuff you saw on the position side when those prospects were coming up and developing and breaking out. And that was kind of their claim to fame at that, at least in terms of the Red Sox organization. And we saw them add a Driveline guy to the staff. Dylan Lawson isn't a Driveline guy, but he seemingly preaches a lot of those philosophies that we hear that come from them. He was with the Yankees. We remember him getting fired, Sean Casey coming in. Sean Casey didn't last, but it was essentially saying new school versus old school. We went too far in one direction, then they went too far in the other. But yeah, that's the role he's held in this organization, where he's the director of hitting development and program design.
Is Driveline an issue, in your opinion, on the hitting side?
I'm not against it from a training aspect. I think focusing on bat speed and doing a lot of those things is important, but I think ever ending up on one end of the spectrum too far is dangerous too. I think you need to be somewhere in the middle, where it's important to find a system that allows you to increase these traits, hit the ball harder, find the proper angles, all these different things you need to do to become a better hitter and a better prospect. But you also need people that understand what you need to do to win a baseball game. And there's a balance, right? It's trying to find that somewhere in the middle. I think that's why Pete Fatsy's hung around, is because he's been an ally to Alex Cora as someone who kind of works on that other side. And so far this year, I'm not seeing the adjustments. I'm not seeing the changes. I'm just not seeing an approach at the plate that makes a lot of sense. There's nothing what they're doing and going up there right now and not attacking pitches in the middle. What is the plan here? What is the strategy? It looks like these guys are going up and they have no idea what to do up there. And that to me is extremely concerning. And I'm not saying it's all on Pete Fatsy or he's the one who's responsible. I just think he's going to be the first guy to fall if they have to get rid of someone.
But then I just kind of go back to how does that help? And
if there's a disconnect in the organization right now where they feel like what they're doing minor leagues is not transitioning to the big leagues, and maybe there's people that aren't able to bridge that gap, then someone's going to have to be responsible for that.
Sure. That's why I think it goes all the way up to the top, because
of course,
when I look at
scheme of things, it all does.
When I look at the Red Sox and their lineup, and every day, I've never been a complain about the lineup guy when it comes out. But the last couple weeks here, the lineup comes out and I'm just like, ugh. It would be like in years past if Devers and Bregman and whoever got a day off and you're just like, this is the not trying lineup. But that's the best lineup they have, is the lineup where you're just like, oh, the guy that I'm excited to maybe he's going to hit a 3-run home run tonight, or he's going to have 2 doubles and a home or whatever. They don't have that guy. And I know that there was a lot of hope. I still love Willier. I still believe in Willier. He's been ice cold for a while.
He's hitting the ball hard though, metrically. It's coming. Cora made a point of it on the radio today. He was like, look underneath the hood. He's hitting it. It's just, it hasn't worked out. It's just not
his
falling his way
his
right
last
now.
5 hits 5 singles or something like that.
Yeah. To me, watching him right now, like we've seen him go cold at times, he doesn't look to me lost at the plate. It just looks like it's kind of not falling.
Yeah. Either way, they don't have that guy. We'll get to it in the notes. But when we were there on Tuesday night, there was a point in the game, maybe in like the 6th or the 7th, it was still 3-0. And I was saying to Coley and Mikey, like, I was like, you know, there used to be the illusion that, all right, it's 3-0. It's kind of getting late, but I mean, we're a walk base hit Devers 3-run home run away from tying this game, and it's a jolt of energy. And then the Fenway Magic, you get into the take it to extras, bottom of the 9th, and you walk this thing off. There's no one that's doing that. There's no one that has that presence. Not even like there's just no one that's doing that. There's no one that is they don't hit home runs. They don't have pop. It's bad. Like we were talking about on Baseball is Dead this morning, you know, going over how bad the Phillies have been. And, you know, it's like, hey, like, you know, they've lost 8 straight games, and where do they rank in Major League Baseball and batting average and slugging percentage and on base percentage and home runs. And it was like, they were either just as bad or a little bit worse than the Red Sox. So yeah, you may not be losers of 8 straight or, you know, when the Mets had lost 12 straight, we did the same thing, and they were in the same neighborhood offensively as the Red Sox. It's like, okay, yeah, you haven't lost 8 or 12 straight, but you've been bad enough to be that bad, I guess. So yeah, I don't know. I've always felt this way because I know people are, when are you going to talk about firing Cora and this and that? And it's like, I think Cora's done fine enough. You know, like with what he has, what the fuck? Oh, why did Greg Weissert fire Cora? It's like, what are the fuck? Oh, do you want to go to Chapman in the 7th? Like, what are we doing? We're gonna manage this like Game 7 of the World Series? Like, what the fuck did you want him to do? He's doing the best with what he's got. But
the
again,
roster's the roster. It is what it is. I mean, you look at the lineup every night, and it's like, what are they going to do? What do you expect them to do? I mean, you've said it all, Jared, but I was keeping track of like a game log, like a home run game log just for the team. So I'm like, I got to see how bad this really looks. And just going down through the last 2 weeks of games for the Red Sox, this is the home run game log. You got Narvaez today, none. That's not a last name. That's nobody, Jared. That means like no one hit a home run. It's not like we have a none on the team. Contreras, none. So they love the none. Like 3 in a row, no dingers. They love that. Story, none. Duran, Contreras. So wow, 3 out of 4 games, home run. None. So basically, the best you're gonna get is probably like a solo bomb once every 4 games. Like that's kind of where we're at right now. And you're lucky if there's one guy on base. They've had 3 games this year. This blew my mind, where multiple guys hit a home run. It was within like the first week of the season. And you're thinking, oh, okay, home runs aren't really going to be an issue. It's like Story Abreu went deep in the same game. Abreu and Roman in that pinch hit scenario. Obviously WC-40s on a lot of these. WC-40 and Marcelo way back when Marcelo wanted to go deep. You just don't have guys that can get the big swing like at all. And I got to ask you guys, and this is jumping ahead and I don't care. When Fried was in there and they had 2nd and 3rd and no outs, what percentage of you thought they weren't going to score any runs? Because it was high for me.
Yeah,
this isn't revisionist history. Like I'm like, I bet they get nothing here. I bet they don't get 1 run in this situation.
I thought
3
they were going
straight
to get
strikeouts.
1.
But that was it. Caleb Durbin, the guy who you added to this team just to make contact. Like he does 2 things: make contact and play defense. All 3 of those guys strike out on 4 pitches and IKF on the last one. The ball's in the friggin' dirt, man. Terrible. Like, what are you even swinging at? And I understand he's probably not in the lineup if Roman's healthy, but please, like, to have had to watch him against lefties for any portion of this year, he's legitimately a waste on this roster. There's no point of him being here. And with lefties, though, this is the problem, because someone like Nate Eaton should have value to a roster like this without Romy Gonzalez, someone who's supposed to handle lefties. No, instead you have a guy who can play a little defense. He plays a great second base. That's fucking awesome, man. That really goes so far. While I have Andrew Monasterio in the 5th spot DHing. That's great. That really makes me feel good.
I think that was who came to the plate in the situation that I was like, man, imagine if this was Devers. It was like Andrew Monasterio, 2 runners on, and then I think he just like popped up to the infield.
there's so few guys right now that give you a quality at bat. That just go up there and they see 5 or 6 pitches.
I was stunned tonight, T, when Abreu had like a 9-pitch at bat.
It's
Like,
insane.
what the hell is this?
That's an inning.
Ages.
That's an inning for them right now, multiple times a night. Like, this is not a every other night thing. I've never seen a Red Sox team have so many innings on a nightly basis that are less than 10 pitches. Like, it gets to a certain point where it's like, how are you not adjusting? Like, just tell them to fucking take a couple pitches and figure it out. But even when they are attacking pitches in the zone right now, they're hitting everything into the ground. Like, there's nothing they do well offensively at all. They hit the ball hard, which, like, maybe that's where you go. You're like, oh, well, look at drive line. Well, if you can't optimize angles, none of it's fucking worth it. Like, if you can't get the ball in the air or hit line drives, then it doesn't fucking matter.
I know I've said this a lot in the past when the team's been going through bad stretches, and it's kind of like a no shit thing to say, but the body language is atrocious.
Horrendous.
Like, it's so bad. And that's the kind of stuff that becomes your culture, where it's like showing up to the park every day is an obligation. It's not like, all right, here we go. We got our, our home run celly. We got our double celly. We all kind of vibe together. Like, this is a unit. Like, we're going as one entity. It's just a bunch of dudes that show up, have quick ABs, forgetful at-bats. I've forgotten like 1,000 at-bats this year. I couldn't tell you like a handful of memorable ABs, and they played in 26 games so far. Like, you would at least assume that you'd have some big moments so far. Like, the biggest one is Yoshida having a walk-off, like I said last episode, hammering it into the earth. So you just don't have any fun watching this team. It doesn't look like they have any fun playing together. And the early thing, and we talked to a lot of people about the Sox. And it's like, well, the season is still early. It's like, all right, yeah, technically it is. It is still early. You can say that. That's not wrong. But again, look at the roster. Just look at how these guys are performing. And we said this before the season started. A lot of dudes, you could argue the majority of the lineup, we're going to have career years for you to have a really good season and get to where I was definitely way too optimistic with my wins projection of 94. That was, I don't know what the fuck that was, but I got lost in the sauce there a little bit. But you look at right now, Jaron, who actually, had a couple doubles, which seemed literally impossible for anybody to do. So that was like he deserved an award or something. Exactly. It's like, oh my God, he actually did that. He's hitting 197. Stayed on Rafaela, cooled off a little bit, 257. Yoshida, 262. WC40, 250. Abreu, 286. That's misleading. He's hit like 130 the last couple weeks. 186 for Story. 203 for Meyer. Durbin's hitting 141, which is way higher than I thought. That's how bad his season's been. And then Cap's at 245, which is like, yeah, that's fine. You can live with that. But there's nobody in this lineup that's jumping out to you right now is like, yeah, this is who's going to help us. And the guy that has a back injury apparently. And it's
Roman,
what the fuck?
He spoke about
230.
Yeah, he had been swinging it better, though, recently. The OBP stuff was really showing up.
A little spurt.
Yes,
it wasn't really
the power.
much.
We have not got the power you need out of him, and that's a big part of it. He talked about it after the game. He's dealing with back spasms. He was hoping to play tomorrow. He goes, it just happened on a swing, and I can't shake it. He's like, it's getting me right now. Narvaez did make a pretty firm point on the it's early talk after the game. We've been saying, I know it's early, but we cannot have that mentality. Okay, it's time to go. We got to flush it. Of course, it doesn't feel right, but we got to flush it. We got 6 important games on the road. We cannot be stuck in the mindset like, okay, yeah, we got to be better. No, of course, we know we got to be better. We're working on it. We work every single game, every single day, and it's just about that time, okay? At the same time, we're grinding. Okay. The most important thing is the next 3 games and then the next 3 games. That's got to be the focus right now. Big difference between that and Jaron Duran, who was saying it was early the previous night before. Like, everyone's desperate.
I didn't hate the Jaron line. I actually thought he had some solid quotes.
That's exactly what I was going to talk about. So the Jaron Duran quotes from last night after the second game, I didn't have any issue with what he said. I think if there were a counter to what he said, the quotes that I saw were him saying, it's not like we're not working hard. People don't see the inside of the room. People don't see the work that goes on behind the scenes. Like, we're working really hard. I don't think that anyone is sitting here being like, these guys are slacking off. They're not working hard. I don't think that it's an effort issue. It is simply a talent issue. I don't think this team is good enough to.
It's underperform. There's a lot of underperforming going on.
I think there's a bottom 2 offense
but then there's
in the
a lot
league.
of just like, this is what it is.
You think they're a bottom 2 offense in the league?
It's not going to be like this all season. It's not.
Nobody thought that. If there's a single person who had that take, we may have said, 15th, they're going to be league average, or maybe they'll be bottom 10 in home runs. There was not a single person who thought they would be this bad.
I said that
not
they
a
would
single
be a top
person.
5 offense.
That's just it. And that's
But that
where,
was in mind being like, Roman's going to have a big year. Willier's going to have a big year.
We also got bamboozled by the WBC. We got to factor that in as well. Like, these predictions were made after the WBC, where it's like the Red
Duran.
Sox
We talked about how Duran not being in the outfield every day and DHing was going to rejuvenate him, and he's gonna have more energy to hit for more power and swipe more bags. And people were just like, yeah, TS10. He did it last year. He's going to do it again this year. Yeah.
I liked what Jaron said, and he doesn't do a ton of post-game tea. I feel like I don't see him doing clubhouse post-game that often. I was even trying to just look back at
he's
past
like the
ones.
second tier list of guys I feel like they get brought in.
Yeah, but even just over the last couple of years, like I feel like they don't have him do post-game too often. But no, he had mentioned that he, putting a lot of pressure on ourselves. I think that we're just trying to do too much. We're trying to dig ourselves out of a hole, but at the end of the day, I mean, we're not really in a hole. It's still early. I think he still said the right stuff though, where it's like, we know we can play good baseball. We're pressing. We're putting too much pressure on ourselves. We want to produce for the fans. It was quasi-refreshing to hear it because, like, everyone's got an opinion about Jaron, obviously, but they were lines that other guys weren't saying. Like, he's talking about how much it sucks that they can't deliver and, like, you guys should work harder and all that. And it's like, okay, at least these things are being acknowledged. It just sucks that we have to like dig this far down in the barrel to be like, well, the quotes are good. like this is great. They're working hard. So at least that's good. So it's like this silver lining blows, but at least, you're hearing stuff from these guys where they can tell that they're pressing and they got to get better.
To see what Duran did, Duran made a real change. He went, the stance is back to 2023. He's toe tapping, the hands are in a different place. He was selling out for power. We know that's what it was. And he's gotten a little pull happy at times, but I think the WBC probably fed into that a little bit, where you're seeing the home runs, you're seeing the results. And he'll probably go back when he starts swinging it really well, because that's how he gets the extra base power. Who made the change for him? Because we know he's a tweaker. That's who he is. Duran is crazy. He shows up with a different stance every couple weeks, right?
Right.
But when you start talking about guys last year and who helped guys get on track, Alex Bregman with Trevor Story, when he was at his very low, when the Red Sox said, dude, go take a day off. We don't have an answer for you. Roman Anthony in Philadelphia last year, who did he credit? It was Alex Bregman at that time. Like, in terms of making adjustments and doing different things at the plate to fix yourself, who are the people fixing things? Who are the guys getting people on track?
T, if we're talking about that, it's like, firing Fatsy could make a difference, because it should be your friggin' hitting coach that's making the difference, not your starting third baseman. I do get that there's a lot of times, and PD obviously had this as well. I remember Erod was fixing guys' swings.
100%.
But like, you go down the roster and there's a lot of guys that you're going to lean on, or maybe a small handful of guys that you're going to lean on. And then there's other dudes. It's like, I don't need to take any advice from that guy. But you want your core to be the hitting coach. Like, you want the guy every day that's looking at the film with you to be his job to do that, not your all-star starting third baseman or reserve or whatever. So it just fucking sucks. I mean, if that's the reason why Roman's had this bad a start, I think that's just an excuse. I was looking this up because last year he would start games great, not just like in the leadoff position, leading off games. He was really, really good. He hit 320 with a 930 OPS. This year, leading off games, he's hitting .095. He's 2 for 21, no walks, 3 total bases, and 8 strikeouts. So, use the back thing or whatever. The Roman stretch right now has just been really, really bad. And it sucks because there's 2 conversations to have. It's, yes, they've put too much on this guy's back. Of course, he needs to carry the team, the whole thing. He's 21, yada, yada. That's great. But he is and should be as good a talent as a lot of people are saying he is. So you have to hold him accountable when he sucks like this, while also acknowledging they put too much on his plate. Those can both be happening 100%. At the same time, and that's where we're at.
It's also like, go look at his Savant page. Like, the results,
it's pretty
it
bloody.
Looks good, man. It's not bad. He can get into these stretches where he's a little too passive or he hits the ball into the ground. I'm not worried about him. I think the results are going to be there as long as he's healthy. Now, that's the bigger question to me right now, because he had a back issue last year. It's been something that's barked in the past. If he can't stay healthy, we would have all told you before opening day, Roman Anthony can't be Roman Anthony. Your season's over with. I don't know what you're going to do. Yeah. Good fucking luck to you, right? Right. Like that stuff is going to be kind of at the forefront of everything. I think at this point in time, once Roman's healthy, and I know Cora said it the other day, and he kind of changed his position. When we used to hear the Raphael at second base stuff during camp, no, we're not doing that. No. He changed it to, we're not doing that right now. Well, how much will it take for you to have to do that? Because Ceddanne Raphael has made improvements at the plate. We talked about the chase rate last episode. If Duran starts to look the way he does in both of these last 2 games, he needs to play every day. You need to do whatever you can to have the best lineup out there. So eventually Craig Breslow is going to have to swallow his pride and admit he took an L somewhere. Whether it's going to be, the logjam, he's already taken the L on that front. Let's be real. Is it not trading Marcelo Meyer and you end up sending him down to AAA? Is it saying, Caleb Durbin is not what we thought he was going to be. We're going to move Marcelo to play there every day. Or maybe just using them in a platoon. And, Durbin handled lefties about the same as he did righties last year. The results haven't been great this year, but Durbin ain't hitting shit in general. That's just the reality. And he's another one of those guys, and to me, he's someone where you look at it and maybe the driveline influence has gone too far for him. He's trying to pull everything in the air, and now he's not able to be the player he was in Milwaukee. And this is where, we're talking consistent message being somewhere on a consistent, philosophy and pathway somewhere in the middle that everyone can kind of resonate with, because we have Castillo floating out. Carlos Delgado is a potential hire. Bring him in, someone who's worked with a lot of young players, but someone who would bring maybe an older school mindset that Cora can kind of connect with. I don't know. It just feels like there's a real disconnect about what they're doing. And maybe it is driveline being the issue within itself. But, we've seen Shohei Ohtani go there and Mookie Betts. We've seen some of the best players. It's a skill. It can't be the only thing you do. There's a middle ground to all of it. It feels like they don't know where that middle ground is right now, and players are flailing. And I don't know. Something has to change. I don't know what it's going to be, but it's just not great. And watching guys go up to the plate with no plan every single night, I can't watch it. It's an embarrassing thing to have as an organization. It's just simply they don't know what they're doing when they walk up there.
And they're not up there for that long.
No, and that's it. It'd be one thing if there was an approach, something clearly they're doing. It's not. It just looks like they're guessing from the moment they walk up. You can't slow the at-bats down.
Jerry, I got to pick both y'all's brain on something.
Okay.
It's got to do with Kalshi.
Okay.
Currently, Kalshi users are forecasting the Boston Red Sox to finish with 80 wins this season.
Yikes.
And if we're being exact, it is 79.8. For those
losing
keeping track
record.
at home, 100% losing record. For those keeping track at home at the start of the season, it was 91 wins. And now it is down to 79 wins. And change. We'll round up to 80 to be nice. We shouldn't be nice because this team has made us furious. Do you think that is a fair projection for this trash team, who, by the way, is on pace to go 54-108? If you're listening right now and thinking, why do those numbers sound familiar? It's the exact opposite record of the 2018 Boston Red Sox. And that's what it feels like. The exact opposite excitement as the 2018 Red Sox is the 2026 Red Sox. So 80 wins. Thoughts on that? Because even me, as the ever optimist, is starting to get a little worried about even getting to 500 at any point.
Yeah.
They're right now, the lowest they ever were last year was 5 games under 500. You're 7 games right now. We talk about being 2-8 and how scary that shit was. It's worse than that.
I never thought how much I was going to miss the whole 500 Sox thing. Shout out to the Pot on Lansdowne guys with the honey come back to 500 thing. I was like, okay. This is happening a lot. And it's not even their fault. It's more just come on, Sox. Can we get better than 500? I now miss that. That's how bad this team is. We're craving just an even record.
You're getting to
Sucks.
a point where another bad week like this, something that resembles this, what are you going to be, 12-20, 12-21? You're so far in that hole. And that's why a couple episodes, people don't acknowledge that 10-game winning streak enough last year and what it meant for you at that time. And there was a reason we hadn't seen it since 2018. Just not something you're going to get every single year. And even last year's team had some of the weirdest hot and cold stretches, 6-game losing streaks multiple times. I question whether you have the guys in that clubhouse, you have the veteran experience that are going to be able to get guys over the hump. And I think you're seeing it carry on the rotation right now. Those guys are pitching like they know they have to be perfect. And that's not a great thing either. Beyond the obvious underperforming that's going on in general. It just looks like such an entire team that's just so overwhelmed, feels like they're drowning. And Alex Cora made a point on radio today talking about without Alex Bregman, he needs to be in the video room more and he needs to do all this stuff and, just be around more and kind of be more involved in everything. And I just think that's such a ugly place to be for a team that's supposed to be chasing a World Series. If this clubhouse needs you to be that involved, then you're not a World Series caliber team. Your team's not built like that to make a run like that. And they seemingly are comfortable operating in that fashion. And it's not going to get the job done.
It feels like they show up to the park trailing. Like
Yes.
they're already losing by the time they get to Fenway Park.
The
Like
Suarez bomb, it was over. Like everyone, the game was done.
I know I tweeted like the joke out of like MLB said it's okay, you can forfeit now. They've never overcome a 3-run deficit. Like that game was over. They hadn't even gone to the plate yet, and they're down 3-0. You're not winning that game at all. It's honestly like in the video game when you change it. No, I can play in varsity. Like I can go up to like the max level here. I'm gonna be good, and you're just immediately down 6-0 in the second. Like that's just what it is for this team. Every single game, it's like they're in quicksand, and they also have that looking over your shoulder thing of like who's fucking up tonight. Like, who's it going to be? Is someone going to boot a ball? Is someone going to strike out with the bases loaded? Are 3 straight dudes going to strike out with second and third and no outs and we get nothing out of it? Like, I don't get any kind of vibe from any of these dudes that they're about to go on some kind of run. These losing streaks are all created differently. Like, there's bad teams and then there's teams like this where it's not unlucky. It's not like, oh, it just wasn't our night and if we had one thing go differently. It's a combination of a million little things that consistently go against the team like the Red Sox that doesn't seem ready to play like every single night. And to T's point, the starters mentally, I think they're going to get drained because they got to show up like, all right, honey, head into the ball yard. I'm going to have to throw 7 shut or else we have no chance to win. That's kind of what it feels like. But everything else is good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not good.
The notebook, we got to do the notebook.
Yeah, we could slide it just for the pitchers.
I almost don't want to do it.
Dude, 29th in OPS, tied for last in homers, 27th in batting average, 26th in OBP, 30th in slug, 29th in zone swing. I already gave you the meatball. I won't give it again. 19th in chase, 78 WRC plus, tied for the worst in sport, 26th in runs, 20th in K percentage, 20th in walk percentage, 30th in ISO. Like, genuinely, you do nothing well.
I got a Caleb Durbin update, and I was kind of rooting for this. Back to last place in Major League Baseball in OPS. Yeah. 181st. Caleb
Durbin. No
Durbin.
barrels to be found.
There you go. If you need a ground ball or a strikeout, this is your guy. Trash. I don't know. I'm sure he's a nice guy.
All right, time for the notebook.
Sure. Yep.
Yeah, we can just fly through this, honestly. I mean, we've talked about a lot of this. All right, so the first game was on April 21st against the New York Yankees. Watching the Yankees take BP in the field before the game was such a harsh reminder that the Red Sox don't have stars at all in this team. Will Fleming and I were standing there watching Aaron Judge take BP, and we were just like, we don't have a guy like that. Like
No, most teams don't, but yeah.
Most teams don't have an Aaron Judge, but like just seeing like guys like Stanton go in there and just whack balls around and Judge, yeah. If the Red Sox can't beat up on Luis Heel, I might officially be out on this team. He's so bad. He did pitch like 6 1/3 shut innings or something like that.
Longest start since May 2024.
Great. Connelly early just gave up a bomb to Giancarlo Stanton. I wonder how much different life would be if he ended up here instead of JD Martinez. 1-0 Yankees in the top of the second.
I wouldn't be a Red Sox fan.
Wilson Contreras does things at first base that I'm not even sure Tristan Casas is aware that you can do at the position defensively.
Or Bobby Dalbec.
Put him in a fucking bench, right?
That was a quick toss. I didn't know he was going to get that.
This is zero
that
tolerance
quickly.
policy for talking shit about Bob on the show.
Okay.
Also,
I didn't know if it was going to be a 1-for-1 there because you did dig at Cassis.
People wanted the old suspension theme music back.
Ooh.
So we took out all the ad libs and we're gonna keep putting them in the bathroom, and then you're gonna get the suspension music. So I mean, there's sometimes
I like this a lot.
Yeah, like sometimes you're gonna get like people bitching and moaning, and I'm just gonna completely ignore you or continue to just do the thing that makes you mad. Or I'll be like, all right, constructive criticism. and we're open to that. I'm not against constructive criticism.
Of course. See?
Bobby Delbick, negative 11 DRS in his career at first base, and negative 6 outs.
I said a zero. Do you know what zero tolerance policy means, T? You don't know what that means?
Just going full old school here, letting it play out.
Yeah, so I don't want to say anything. I'm gonna do that thing where like I say the thing, but I'm not gonna say the thing. I've been texting the last 2 nights with let's just say a very prominent Red Sox figure who is fucking furious about what's going on.
Very upset. Yep.
Very upset. But let's just say not currently employed by the Red Sox, but like a very prominent,
big deal. A big deal.
Yeah. Very prominent name in Red Sox culture, who is fucking pissed. Always very funny when I see this name pop up.
That might be putting it lightly. I'm just saying that might be putting it lightly.
What about him being that pissed?
Being pissed.
Oh,
like,
he's
even like he's
very pissed off. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But just always like a very funny moment when I see the name pop up on my phone. I'm like, there's no way. Like that's one that I'll never get used to. I'll never get used to.
No.
There's a couple of those. There's a couple of those. This is for sure one of them.
I can see that. Yeah.
Pissed. I don't know if Stanton makes it to the Hall of Fame, but he's a first ballot Hall of Famer if he plays his whole career at Fenway. 2-run double, 3-0 Yankees in the 6th. Connelly early, 92 pitches, 53 strikes, 5 1/3 innings, 5 hits, 3 earned runs, 3 walks, 4 Ks, gave up the home run to Stanton, 2.88 ERA. T, what was going on with Connelly early?
Yeah, I thought he was really good until the 6th inning, which they had to push him because on Marathon Monday, they emptied the entire bullpen. It was everyone but Jack Anderson that day, right? So you needed the length, and to his credit, outside of Stanton, like everything was flowing for him, but you got into that final 6th inning, and all of a sudden, and he entered it with 68 pitches. It wasn't like this was a guy at 85 that was barely holding on. 4-pitch walk to Ahmed Rosario. Aaron Judge walked after being up 0-2. You get Ben Rice, and then you pay for it. And then he walked Bellinger right before he got pulled. So right now we're talking with Connelly early. His FIP was insane last year, and you started looking at a lot of the metrics. He was awesome because he was missing so many bats, and he walked so few. He's rocking a 4.6 walk per 9 right now. That's pretty damn high for a guy like him, and it's something he's just not going to be able to do regularly and be the pitcher he needs to be. And that's not to say this was a bad start, because Alex Cora said it after the game. He was really good until that last inning, but we've seen when he tires or he's kind of running out of gas, those walks start to tick up, and that's a real problem for him. And yeah, you just got to clean it up. And the homer he gave up in this start, second straight start giving one up, had never given up a homer before the last 2 starts. So now that's something I'd kind of keep an eye on. But yeah, not a lot of different stuff with his overall arsenal. 30% four-seamer, 28% on the sinker, 24% on the change, 7% sweeper, 7% slider, 4% curveball. And he had 9 whiffs total, with the changeup getting the most. So to me, I think it's the consistent thing with him. Control / command kind of going out the window when he's at the end of a start or trying to work deep.
Unbelievable catch by, say, Don Rafaela, but who the fuck cares when you're never going to score any runs?
Yeah, what was up with that, T? The catch probably, that's bullshit. No way.
I know. I was kind of shocked by it, too.
94?
95. I love just tweeting it because it just blows up every single time on these catches. I am curious, and I'm not going to act like I'm an expert on it because I haven't done the deepest of dives on the calculations and how it all goes with walls and stuff like that. But it feels to me like that wall was not properly accounted for in those calculations. No. I understand the bad read. Like we talked about the catch earlier in the season and how that bleeds through. 100% can see that. But man, the way he had to jump up and deal with the wall in that spot, it feels like you deserve more credit for that.
I love seeing that in the replies too. Like, oh, there's no way they factor the wall in. I'm like, what the hell's the point of catch probability if you don't factor the friggin' wall in? Like, that's part of making the catch. You have to go full speed and slam into a wall because that's where it is. It's not like it's just open space for infinity and beyond. I couldn't believe that. I thought you were like goofing or something.
No.
Like, this isn't a T type of joke.
I was just waiting for it in the morning. Every Rafaela catch, like that is the first thing I sit on Savant, and it's the most fucking annoying thing in the world. Their fielding chart, because you got to click on every fucking dot, every catch he's made that year to find the exact one. It is such a horrendous system.
Do you like the system, or it's pretty bad?
It makes me want to die.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it reminded me of a Griffey catch, one of the more famous ones. I think he might have messed his leg up in that catch, but it's like just full extension right into the wall. And that's kind of what we had said a couple weeks ago. It's like Cedon's going to start making these, and he has. That's what he does out there. And now you got to put him at second base. Jerry?
Yeah, I'm not a big catch probability guy. I know Dallas Braden is certainly not a catch probability guy. I think he got into a fight on Twitter with the guy who developed the statistic.
Yeah, and he
about right.
debates, man. Like he really is passionate about it.
Yeah. Anytime the Red Sox fall behind by 4 more runs, it feels like folding in poker. Just not necessary to continue the charade after that point. 4-0 Yankees in the 8th. I don't think that there was a single point during the entirety of this game that I felt like the Red Sox were going to win. Red Sox lose 4-0, drop to 9-14.
Question for you fellas. What the hell was Caballero doing? I couldn't really tell at the park, but he was kind of being a dickhead all night, if I'm not mistaken.
Like
trying to manipulate. I wanted him to be plunked 100% because it was a little excessive. Whatever he was doing was excessive. Was he trying to not look at the pitcher so he only had a certain amount of seconds to look at him?
The whole thing is he looks up the second you're required to, which I believe is exactly at 8 seconds, but you're trying to do it to the point where the pitcher causes himself to have a violation by not being ready to go, by not locking eyes. So he waits to the last second. At that moment, the pitcher's usually sitting there. He's seeing him set up. He's going to take a minute. But by playing that game, you can draw the violation in those spots. And he did it twice against Jack Anderson, who, credit to him, didn't flinch. Like, he got out of it, which was incredible with the bases loaded.
Yeah, because it went, to 0-1 to 2-1, if I'm not mistaken? I mean, that immediately changed that situation, a bases-loaded spot. Yeah, that was trash. That was garbage. I think a different version of the Red Sox 100% plunks him there, like a way pre-ABS version of the Sox. He gets drilled in that situation. The other part of it that I hated, he did multiple things that were obnoxious. You're putting the bat down, doing like the take the leg guard thing off, when for a pitch that was a strike, I think that happened twice, where they were both strikes. You don't get the right to do that and show up the ump when you have challenges left. Just challenge the pitch. You can't be like a dickhead to the ump and be like, are you serious? Challenge it, dude. Like, if you really want to make a whole stink about it, then tap your helmet. Like, I thought that was garbage and honestly was hoping he'd get plunked, but that doesn't really happen anymore.
You didn't even mention the thing that pissed you off the most about him.
What?
English isn't his first language.
Oh, get the fuck.
Jesus.
Yeah, I don't know if I agree with that, Steve.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's a little crazy.
Yeah, just a little bit.
It's a little crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm going to be indulging in some blue moons this weekend. Actually, I was indulging in some blue moons during the middle game. I don't know if did you see that tweet?
Yeah, blue moon, right? Singular?
Well, in the picture is one blue moon.
Okay. I saw that you said
It was
blue
a blue
moon and
moon
an ice
kind of
cream.
night, though.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, these were all blue moon kind of nights just to kind of chill, you know?
Yeah, I had a blue moon and a chocolate Easter bunny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What a combo, by the way.
Yeah, I had never thought about it, but then when you tweeted it out, I was like, this seems pretty great, actually.
Yeah, it was. Like, I enjoyed it thoroughly. Because even if you love beer, there are some moments that you want to enjoy a non-alcoholic drink. Celebrate those times with Blue Moon's non-alcoholic Belgian white Belgian-style wheat brew. It's for when you want to drink a non-alcoholic version of your favorite beer. This one had alcohol in it, I'll be honest. You know, I think we're about transparency here at Section 10, and I had an alcoholic Blue Moon. But there's nothing wrong with a little alcoholic versus non-alcoholic. They have the non-alcoholic version if that's what you're into.
Yeah.
You know?
Watch this Sox team and you want to have a little alcoholic drink.
Yeah, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. We're all adults here.
Yeah.
Inspired by the beer you already love and available year-round, a Belgian white, Belgian-style wheat brew that tastes like drinking, even if it's not. Crafted with Valencia orange peel and coriander. It tastes balanced and refreshing. Nothing compares to the great taste of a Blue Moon non-alcoholic Belgian white, Belgian-style wheat brew. Blue Moon made brighter. I was on the baseball hour on Wednesday night, and Tony, I think, threw away the Blue Moon ad by an accident.
Oof. And
he was like, Jared is brought to you by, and I just know the read off the top of my head, and I just like went into it. And Laura from Blue Moon texted me. She was like, thumbs up. That was great. So shout out to Laura. Get Blue Moon, non-alcoholic Belgian white, Belgian style wheat brew, delivered by visiting get.bluemoonbeer.com/Jared for delivery options. That is get.bluemoonbeer.com/Jared. Blue Moon, made brighter. Celebrate responsibly. Blue Moon Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Non-alcoholic malt beverage, contains less than 0.5% alcohol per volume.
Suck one.
That's right.
Jerry, I know you know this, but you know how in sports everyone's got a can't miss training hack. You know that, right?
Yeah. What's yours?
Just always working out.
yeah.
Right. It's like
nonstop.
How am I going to be in the best shape ever? I'm just gonna keep working out.
Grinding.
Grinding, lifting weight, just like the Red Sox. Like they're really grinding through this. And like, if you guys saw the work they're putting in, that's how I used to feel with those training hacks and all that. About hair growth products, a lot of hype, not a lot of results. Jerry, what changed for me was learning that Nutrafol isn't just another supplement. It's physician formulated, clinically tested, and recommended by dermatologists. It's a real game plan for thinning hair, which I need. Guys, if your hair isn't playing like it did in your 20s, kind of like T, it might be time for a real comeback, not another workaround, because throwing on a hat, like I always do, isn't a strategy. Nutrafol supports healthier hair from within. Nutrafol now offers hair growth supplements tailored for men at every single age. You can be young like T or super old like me and Jared, because the root causes of hair thinning change over time, and your routine should change too. Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement brand, trusted by over 1.5 million people. Is that a lot of people, T?
More than I can count.
Wow.
That was a great delivery. Adding Nutrafol to your daily routine is easy. Order online, no prescription needed, with automated deliveries and free shipping to keep you on track. Plus, with the Nutrafol subscription, you can save up to 20% and get added perks to support your hair growth journey, bud. Start Nutrafol today and make the hat optional. Visit Nutrafol.com and enter promo code SECTION10 for $10 off your first month's subscription and free shipping. Find out why Nutrafol is the best-selling hair growth supplement brand at Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com. Promo code SECTION10. Now back to this super fun show.
The middle game here, April 22nd versus the Yankees. This is one sad-ass lineup. Mm-hmm. In this series, I had a lot of like pre-pitch being thrown notes. Like I just like started fucking taking notes before the game was even played. I was just stewing.
It's probably most of the notes.
Yeah.
There's not much during
Cora
the games.
said before the game, I'm just trying anything, man. Like genuinely, like he's like,
don't
I
blame
don't
him.
know, man. Maybe Sedon in that leadoff spot. We're about to cook with some shit.
I swear he's got a dartboard in his office where he's like, let's just throw it. All right, who's hitting second tonight? Let me throw a dart at this thing and see who we got. That's what it felt like for a while.
I want to add on that Rafaela front. In 2018, it says they started working with the wall on catch probability. I'll have a better explanation next episode, but it seems pretty questionable because I saw a lot of heavy analytics people debating how the wall works and why it doesn't reflect perfectly in those calculations.
It makes me frustrated.
Stanton doubles to put Judge at third. First thought I had was that the Yankees had Judge, Stanton, and Juan Soto in their. Oh yeah, okay. So this was second and third. Yeah, Stanton doubles to put Judge at third. So it's second and third with Judge and Stanton out there. The first thought I had was that the Yankees had Judge, Stanton, and Juan Soto in their lineup and still couldn't win a World Series. That's more embarrassing than what the Red Sox offense has been to start this season. I agree with that take.
You agree with your own take?
Yeah, I agree.
It says here, whatever's here, I think that's a great take, honestly.
Let me run that take back for Coley. So we're on the game notes, the middle game, and it's only the second line of game 2. Stanton doubled to put Stanton at second and Judge at third. And I said the first thought I had was that the Yankees had Judge, Stanton, and Juan Soto in their lineup and still couldn't win a World Series. That's more embarrassing than what the Red Sox offense has been to start this season.
And he agreed with that.
I agree with that take.
More embarrassing is tough. Like, they at least made the World Series. It's not like they were dog shit.
Non-competitive participant in the World Series.
Agreed with that, and that was the weakest I've seen the AL like prior to this year.
They got a bye to the World Series, so you can't even be
they played only Central teams. They played only, and like I said, when we built this roster, they beat AL Central teams, which is what Craig has built here, and they just came in and swept them.
So you agree with the take or no?
I agree. It's embarrassing. This is worse. This is much worse.
So you don't agree with the take,
untoward. This is unbecoming. No, I agree. Like, more people should be talking about it because it is viewed as just Judge and Soto. But Stanton was like backpacking as he normally does in the playoffs. Like, but not even that. Like, though in the playoffs, he's the guy who shows up, not Judgy. So it was more a Stanton and Soto production.
Correct. Yeah. So I agree with that take then, mine. Yeah. 3-run home
I like the
run.
energy behind it.
Yeah, it's
like
going
the
in the right
energy.
direction. It definitely has the right stuff to it.
Yeah. 3-run home run for Ahmed Rosario. That's the game. I am dead serious. 3-0 Yankees in the first inning. I was still at the sports hub with Maz, and he hit the home run as we were walking out of the studio. Like, we weren't even done with the baseball hour yet. He hit the home run, and both of us were just like, all right, gotta fucking try not to get swept tomorrow, I guess. That's so pathetic that we're not even joking. It's just,
and it wasn't even like 7 o'clock yet. It wasn't even like normal first pitch time
Sun
yet.
was
It's like,
still
okay,
up.
that'll do it. I'll see you, Tone. Take it easy.
Yeah.
That's where it's at. 0-11 when trailing by 3+ runs. This team.
0-11 when a team gets a 3-run lead.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ.
How would Train say that?
Jesus Christ.
She was not a fan. She saw the clip, the Section 10 OOC.
The clip's hilarious.
She was like, that's not how I sound. She's like, I don't fucking sound like that, Jared.
I don't fucking say the tutu. Fuck.
That's fuck, dude. Yeah, she don't know shit.
That was great. Great job by Bones.
Shout him out. Double off the wall for Jaron Duran off Max Fried. I'll take it. I'd be furious if I were him about the outfield rotation. So that's more of like a larger conversation topic that I think we've probably already said or we've had. But how are you going to be like, we're keeping this guy because he's a 9 WAR player and he's cheap and we're going to market him and put him out there and be like, we're going to embrace him. And then you're going to shop me, but not trade me unless it's for a frontline ace caliber starting pitcher. And then immediately go into the season and treat me like I'm a platoon bat, part-timer. I can only hit against righties. And yeah, like I'm a DH some days. I'm not in there at all other days. Just have no consistency to my playing time and not even like really be a true platoon bat because he's in the lineup against Max Fried. So it's like, should I only be preparing to hit against righties and then I'll have this random go get him against one of the best fucking lefties in the game. But then I'm going to DH, but then I'm going to have the day off. I would be pretty pissed, I think, if I were Duran. Anyways, I digress.
He was given those keys to start the year, but they're so desperate for offense, and they never accounted for Yoshida being one of their best bats. They thought they were going to hide Yoshida on the bench, and he was just going to sit there and play once a week, maybe. Then they got to the point where they had no chance to survive offensively. He was the only guy giving them actual professional at-bats, and now they have this the logjam got worse. But that's the problem. The fact that they went away from him and were so quickly ready to jump out, it just, your evaluation of the player and your handling, it's so off. It's so weird. And it's just things they just didn't care to consider when they put this entire team together. They didn't think it was that big of a deal. And it's clearly a major deal, and not knowing the players that you have on your roster and how they will react to certain things.
The Red Sox team OPS would be higher if they had any of their relief pitchers hit in place of Caleb Durbin since the season started. I don't even think that's crazy to say. I agree with that take.
Do you agree with that?
Yep. Anyone disagree?
Okay.
No, he sucks.
Do you see the tweet I sent during tonight's game? Not to jump ahead, but we're talking the home run derby.
Yeah.
I said if we can name the poles after Fisk and Pesky, I don't see why we can't name the dirt in front of the plate after Durbin.
Derby dirt.
The whole team
He
can
just-
do that at this point.
He's already down there, and B, like anytime he swings, when it's up in the air, I'm like, well, that was stupid because you can't hit it that far, you idiots. So it's always a pop up, very shallow, and then the rest of the time, it's just right into the dirt in front of the plate.
It's really, really bad.
Is anyone
11
out on
fly
Durbin?
balls.
I'm not. I'm just waiting for him to heat up, but like it's obviously been very frustrating to start the season.
Heat up.
But that's where like the disconnect is because they're trying to turn him into a player he's not, and he's lost his identity in the process. So now you have to make a hard decision. Are you going to move Ceddanne Raphael to second base and then go and say Meyer and Durbin, you go platoon, or one of them goes to AAA? Pick your poison, whatever L Craig Breslow wants to take on his forehead. It's an L either way for you in your evaluation. But that's the only way to put your best offensive lineup out right now. That's it, and you're that desperate. And they've avoided it. They avoided it for months, and they've completely put themselves in this position. And now I think Core is starting to bend the knee, but like, how much time are you going to give it?
I don't think he could look much worse. I was looking at high leverage situations heading into the finale. He's hitting 0.67. That's good for one hit in those situations. He just can't be trusted in a big spot. To Coley's point, he's just hammering it into the ground all the time. Like it's just constant, and not even hammering it. He's lightly hitting it into the ground. I would like if he was hammering it because maybe then it's a Yoshida thing where it goes over the infield. But comes up with 2 outs a lot, never does anything. Runners in scoring position, never does anything. Worst OPS in baseball. And he's so small. And that's not his fault. You know, he's a small dude, but it's just like, it feels like it takes everything out of him just to like make contact. Like it's like everything. And I applaud him for that one challenge, by the way, because I'm like, all right, somebody challenged and they were right. That's great. Of course, he then balanced it out by being wrong about 3 seconds later. But I'm talking baby steps here at this point. And then obviously in the infield, it's like it takes all of his effort just to get to a ball. There was a ball in the finale, not jumping ahead, whatever. Am jumping ahead where I think Meyer gets that. It's everything that could go wrong has gone wrong for him at this point. And I know Jerry mentioned a couple weeks ago, this isn't going to be the same type of situation for him if he was doing it in Milwaukee. There'd be a lot more of a leash and people wouldn't be like booing him every time he comes up. When they announced him in the finale tonight, I didn't hear one person cheer. It was like everyone was getting cheer. I didn't hear one person clap for Caleb Durbin. And normally you have people that just feel bad and clap. He's not even getting that right now.
That's got to be such a
It's a
lonely
tough
thing.
scene. He can't be a double challenge guy like that. That can't ever really. I don't care how right he is, and obviously he wasn't right the second time.
Yeah,
but I just can't risk that. Like I just can't have it.
That is the chart they should have. I know we've talked about the chart of who can challenge. Like it's definitely you can't double. Like well, I have guys. If you're doing 2, we could actually sit you for a week, which might
if it's
make
like
this team
strike
better.
3 to end the game. Sure, go for it. Doesn't matter. But outside of that, like no. And then like today, I was just thinking the vibes were high. Not jumping ahead. The vibes were high. Even this goes to this point too. Like I think he's just the fireman. Like anytime things are getting too hot, he's just right there to just put it out. He's just putting the fire right out. Like he's the worst vibes ever. And I'm sure he's a nice guy, but in terms of like every time he shows up, it couldn't be at a worse time.
The second he starts, Caleb, oh no. Like the second like CAL comes out of the PA guy's mouth, I'm like, fuck. I'm like Mikey, Amia, fuck. Jerry.
I feel bad for him on like a human
No,
level.
it's not like we don't feel bad. It's just like he sucks. And
young kid, new team, big market, second year in the league.
Sucks.
Yeah. It's not going well. Yeah.
Bad.
He's a better player than this, though. Like that's the frustrating part.
He is.
Is
but
he,
Red Sox fans
you,
don't care
would you take him?
what you do for other teams.
Yeah.
No. Would you take him over Mydroth right now, T?
Don't do me with Chase Mydroth like that.
I got killed for this when it happened in real time, so that's why I'm asking.
How's Mydroth been to start the year? Let me get a peek.
I tweeted as of yesterday. Because I posted.
No, they're the same thing. He's been better defensively, but Durbin's played he's played good defensively this year. I know there's been a couple weird moments, but metrically he grades out whatever stat you want to pick. It's well above average.
As of yesterday, Mydroth had 100 OPS plus, right on the money average. Caleb Durbin 38.
Yeah. He's like a 682. Like,
I'm surprised.
I think they're the same
high.
player. Yeah, I think they're essentially the same player. I'll give Mydroth credit. He's a little younger, so he has that edge to him.
He's 2 years younger.
Yeah, so like you can kind of cling to that, and he can fake it at shortstop, which I think goes a long way too. They're about the same player to me. If Chase Mydroth was playing third base, people would be just as miserable. So that's it.
I don't disagree with that, but
I think over 162, it looks extremely similar. I think they're the same player.
That was my whole point when it happened. It's like you've just traded more or less Rafael Devers for Chase Mydroth. People are like, Durbin's way better. Come on. He's not. It's the same guy.
Way better that's a lot.
The Red Sox just had second and third with nobody out and struck out 3 straight times. They are an absolute portfolio of assholes.
Good take.
I agree with that one too. Do you agree with that one?
That's a good take.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's a good take.
Portfolio of assholes.
Yeah.
You need a good take button that you hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Good take. Good take.
Yeah.
I feel like Stanton has spawned on second base every inning this series.
He should have been thrown out every time. Like he was walking to second, knowing like, the Red Sox aren't even considering looking at second. They're trying to gun down a guy at fifth base for some reason.
Coley, that second one was so bad. It was so bad.
That was like the one Duran bobbled, right? Like in
but then it's like you're not getting Judge at third. And Stan's almost, to your point, kind of like teasing him, like, I'm just gonna walk. Like, you can get me. Like, I am so gonna be
gullible.
out. If you throw it second, I'm out. Like, I'm big time out. But I know you're not gonna, so I'm just gonna troll you and just slowly walk into second. I couldn't when Nesson panned to him, just walking. I'm like, what are we doing here? It was terrible. Jaron had a couple tough ones in a row there in terms of where to throw the ball.
It was Story too. It was like Story took that relay on the first one and lobbed it ever so gingerly towards home plate while Stanton was like, I guess I'm on second now. Like you had him. You had him by a mile.
Anyways, Ron Hare done at 70 pitches, his first time against the Yankees. Awesome stuff from the Bregman backup plan. That seems mean.
I don't agree with that one. Do you agree with that one? I don't agree with that one.
I mean,
He was
it's not
pissed.
wrong. It's not wrong, but it's not nice.
Yeah. It was a little mean.
People have obviously been focused on the Bregman part of it all. T, do you think there's any world they also get Big Wilson Contreras if they retain Bregman?
Yeah, I think that was their plan. I think if you like asked how the offseason played out, Bregman would be here. Wilson Contreras would be here. There would have then been a trade, and they would have moved, whether you want to call it. I think that's why Bayo was being shopped. That's why Duran was being shopped. They were looking for like that Freddie Peralta type of deal to make. I think you were going to get another pitcher in here of like a high-end option, but I think they thought they were going to do it via trade, and they were going to put the free agent money into Alex Bregman, and you'd have those guys at first base and third base for you.
Because you would need both, because I remember they quickly pivoted to like Contreras is Bregman. And to be fair, he's been better so far. I don't know how that's going to look throughout the course of the year.
I bet over 162.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked either. But like he has just been better offensively. So if you're only going to get one of those guys, I don't know that was going to be the fix. And obviously it hasn't been.
No, we heard them sniffing around the Freddie Peralta thing a ton, especially in that December point where they were just waiting out Bregman in their eyes. They were happy to, hey, you don't have that offer you think you have. And we all know they had that offer. But yeah, I think that was it. I think they were, whether it was going to be a Duran package, I think they were even open to early or Tolle being moved in the right trade in one of those spots. And I think with what you saw from early this year and even Tolle today, like, choosing what you invested in and you put your money towards, like there's real questions whether you put it into the right thing or not. And that's not saying Ranger Suarez is a bad pitcher. It's saying you needed to use those assets on other parts of your roster.
Ron Suarez, 71 pitches, 47 strikes, 4 2/3 innings, 5 hits, 4 earned runs, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, gave up the home run. It's an even 4 ERA. What was he doing?
Shit changeups, man. The changeups were fucking garbage in that first inning. Everything that got hit hard. You knew you were in trouble when Goldschmidt made him work 10 pitches to start the game, and then Judge right after that was 7. He doubled his hard hit total in this game compared to his last start. Still was starting most batters off with the first pitch strike, 8 whiffs. Nothing significantly different in terms of what he was throwing out there. Maybe leaned on the changeup at certain times, like early on, to try and get by. But I think it was more because he didn't have feel for the fastball. He couldn't put it where he wanted. And when he has poor command, he's fucked. There's just not enough margin for error for a guy like him. And I thought his body language when he got pulled and after the game, if you saw it, he was not happy to be pulled out at 71 pitches. Do you think that's a core problem? Do you think that's a Suarez issue? I had no faith in Suarez in that 5th inning, seeing Stanton again, and I don't blame them for the way they approached it. Like, he was very up and down throughout the start. You had a good 2nd and 4th, and then the 1st and 3rd were a real grind. But, like, what had you done to earn another chance against Stanton when this team can't score? Like, another hit, and they go up 5 or 6-1. It already was over in our eyes. Then even in Alex Cora's eyes, it's over. And I think that tells you how he's managing.
I was disappointed. Because I had felt like he had built momentum in terms of we're turning a corner here and we're starting to see the real Ron Suarez. So yeah, to go up against this lineup and I mean, again, like it's like the Yankees. I understand they have the best record in the American League and they're the Yankees and they spent all the money and they've got all the stars, whatever. For as awful as the Boston Red Sox are, they didn't kick your ass.
No, well, they're actually against lefties. They've had extreme problems this year offensively. That's somewhere where you thought Suarez was going to come in, and it's part of the reason Eduardo Rivera, in this game and why they went with him. That was supposed to be something you could capitalize on, and you couldn't. You just weren't able to hold them down. But arguably, like you're saying, Jared, you kind of did. You held them to 4 runs every game. Like those are games
they
you
didn't
should
get
win.
over 4. That's what might suck the most about this series.
They didn't.
The Yankees
kick your
scored
ass.
4 runs in each game, and they won all of them. That's pathetic.
Yeah. They did not come in here and absolutely dominate you and kick your ass. They just didn't do that. I know, like, fucking Marty Mush was like, oh, the Red Sox stink and they're hot garbage and the Yankees and they did this and they dominated. Like, they didn't. Like, if you ran into any other prototypical Red Sox offense, that's probably 2 out of 3 for the Sox, maybe better.
Yeah, probably. What we're used to? Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's fucking pathetic. It's fucking...
And by used to, I more mean growing up, but yes.
Fucking pathetic. T broke his first, not his first. I mean, I guess, was that your first?
Definitely.
That was your first?
Mm-hmm. Pop the cherry.
Good job, T.
Thank you.
Good job, T. Proud
Can we
of
hit
you.
the claps?
Huh?
Can we hit the claps?
Sorry.
Finally got a scoop. Completed the mission.
Stand up, T.
Stand up.
Stand up.
Right now? I have a hole in my pants. My whole dick just falls out.
He falls out the window.
Stand up, T. His fucking balls are hanging.
His nuts are hanging out of his shorts.
He's
He's got long balls.
Got a huge sack on his mic.
Jesus Christ.
I wanna give a shout out to Mikey Eamon, who, when Rafaela made that crazy catch, game 1, the only thing worth cheering for, he gave one of the all-time hat tips. Just loved it.
Like the old school hat tip, like people used to do back in the day when it meant something.
Oh, immediately.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wait, what?
Was that Eamon? Did Eamon just say yeah?
Yeah.
I did.
It was a significant hat tip. I was really pissed at the time, but that got me out of my seat.
He stood up, moved out of the aisle, bang. Brought it back
hit
to
him
the
with
head,
it.
bang again.
Oh,
and
a
then back
double
on the
tip.
head.
Wow.
No,
okay.
it was double worthy.
2-time. Appreciate it. That's
Back in
pretty
the
big, Mikey.
day, that was really about the closest thing a man could give to another man in terms of like respect and honor.
A hat tip?
Mm-hmm.
I was probably throwing some hat tips around.
You don't wear hats.
Yeah, bitch. I mean, on social media, like it would be like
Our hat percentile is just completely opposite.
H/T. Who's the last H/T I gave on Twitter, and when was it? Well, this didn't work.
You trying to search something on Twitter?
Yeah,
There's no chance.
Cocks and balls. That's all that
I
popped up
saw
for you.
on Reddit baseball hat tip to First Prestige. On they deleted the tweet, but Barstool tweeted something, and I said hat tip baseball is dead, so they must have just like taken something from us.
Okay.
Anyways, whatever. Eduardo Rivera, big league debut was cool. Punched out Jazz, the first batter that he faced in the big leagues for his first big league strikeout. That was in the 5th inning.
Shut up, Jared. Let me cook for a second. Steve, don't laugh. I'm being very serious right now. Every year around Mother's Day, I usually freak out. What do I get Mom? I don't want to get her flowers. Those die very quickly. I can't afford jewelry, so I'm definitely not going all the way there. You need to find a nice middle ground that will give her that warm, fuzzy feeling that flowers would, but will also last and make her happy and put a smile on her face. So how about Aura Frames? I think that's a great place to start. Every mom out there deserves an upgrade over the regular photos she has on the wall, or maybe those photo books she likes to cling to. I grew up in a household. We have so many photo books. I can't stand it. We lost some in the fire a couple years ago, or more than a couple years ago now. But now we don't have to worry about any of that happening. Your mom deserves an upgrade. She deserves something that she can bring wherever she goes, no matter where she lives or whatever journey she goes on. Now, some of the great things about Aura Frames, you can preload photos before it ships, keep adding them from anywhere, anytime. You can personalize the gift, add a message before it arrives, something sweet, something that maybe hits her in the feelings a little bit. And it's the top-rated app, reached #1 in the App Store on Christmas Day in 2025. Wow. Great time when people are ordering presents and doing all those things.
Special.
Make Mother's Day special with Aura Frames. Named #1 by Wirecutter. You can save on the gifts moms love by visiting auraframes.com. For a limited time, listeners can get $25 off their best-selling Carver matte frame with code SECTION10. That's auraframes.com, promo code SECTION10. Support the show by mentioning us at checkout. Terms and conditions apply.
I don't know about you, T, but I like keeping my money where I can see it, damn it.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine not being able to see your money. I'm like, God, do I have any? Probably not. Unfortunately, traditional big wireless carriers also seem to like keeping my money too, and it pisses me off. After years of overpaying for wireless, I finally got fed up with crazy high wireless bills, bogus fees, and free perks that actually cost more in the long run. So I switched to Mint Mobile. Jerry, we could be saving so much right now on Mint Mobile compared to these bogus-ass wireless carriers. Am I right?
You're 100% right, Steve.
That's what I thought. Stop overpaying for wireless just because that's how it's always been. Mint exists purely to fix that. Mint Mobile is here to rescue you with premium wireless plans starting at $15 a month. Is that a lot of bucks a month, T?
Way too many for me to count.
Way too few for you to count. All plans come with high-speed data and unlimited talk and text delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. Bring your own phone and number, activate with eSIM in minutes, and start saving immediately. No long-term contracts, no hassle. Ditch overpriced wireless and get 3 months of premium wireless service from Mint Mobile for $15 a month. That's not a lot of bucks, right, T?
Definitely not.
I use this, and you should too. The quality of Mint Mobile's wireless service is so much better than my old provider, which was garbage. I'm like in love with Mint Mobile. If you like your money, which I do, Mint Mobile is for you. Shop plans at mintmobile.com/section10. You guessed it. That's mintmobile.com/section10. Upfront payment of $45 for a 3-month, 5 GB plan required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See Mint Mobile for details. Back to the program.
The Yankees suck, Chants. While the Red Sox proceed to score 0 runs for the entire series and Max Fried drags his nuts across all of our foreheads is so embarrassing, and I'm not even there. I actually feel the embarrassment watching the game from home.
Insanely bad.
You hate this take?
I agree
Correct
with this
take. Correct take.
Hate this take.
No.
When you grew up chanting Yankees suck,
Yep.
what did the rivalry look like, Jared? Were we winning a lot of these games?
We were playing
had we
them
won
in the
anything?
fucking ALCS. Yeah. And we were
No, we
last
weren't.
place.
No,
with a
we
bunch
were
of-
not.
Yes, we were.
No, we were not.
Yes,
in the
we were.
90s, no, we were not.
Yes, we
no,
1999. Yes, we
99?
were.
One time at the end of the
That's
decade.
when
The
it
whole rest
was.
of the
That's
time,
when
no,
it
you
started.
weren't.
That's when it started.
No.
Yes.
This
They
also
started
shouldn't
saying Yankees
excuse it.
suck in 1999.
Yes.
No.
Did you, Mikey, what did the doc say?
Well, they only talked about when they made the shirts, which was 99. They didn't say when
So
the
when it was
chant
probably
started.
most popular, really getting
Right.
going. Yeah.
Right. So 99.
I think it's one of the most preposterous things I've ever heard in my life. You weren't saying Yankees suck until you were 10?
Yes. That was like, that's when it
probably.
started. Yeah.
That's when you started watching the team then. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Nah.
You're right. We love Schlittler was right. The Yankees were beloved in Boston in
I'm
1996.
not saying that they liked the Yankees, but Yankees suck as a thing was the late 90s.
No.
Yes.
I think anyone over the age of like 40 right now is losing their minds.
Yankees suck chant.
Yeah.
Go back,
in my head, it's just
go
late- it's
back
just
and
late
look at
90s,
some
but
of the
that's what we
fucking
experienced.
crowds from like the mid, like before Nomar got called up. In the 90s, if you went to Fenway, there was like 30 people there. There was no Yankees suck chants.
Great.
That still happens now. They don't just happen
No.
at what, T?
Nothing. I put them down.
I'm telling you, like the Yankees suck chant was the late 90s.
Okay.
One thing to add
even
here.
Then,
You ever hear
What,
Yankee?
Mikey?
You ever see a video from the 1980s of a Yankee suck chant? Where's that video? It doesn't exist.
do I see a lot of Red Sox video from pre-2000? No. They
Yes,
were bad. They were a bad
yes.
franchise
Mikey.
forever.
There's broadcasts.
There-
Yes, Mikey.
Before the Yankees suck shirt, Chris Wren was telling us a story about two women from BU that were making certified Yankee hater shirts. So there was the hate for the Yankees back in
we
the
know
late 80s,
that.
early
Yeah,
90s,
the
but I think
chant-
Calvin-
the chant,
yeah.
though.
Right,
Calvin
which is
was
what I'm
pissing
saying.
on their logo for decades. Like this was. I think
Yeah,
this
the
is
hate
like
was
a-
there.
These were things
Two
you would
entirely
chant
different
at any
arguments.
event. At any event, I'm not saying there's the same argument, but I'm saying the chant happened my whole there was no point in my life where I didn't hear that. The shirts are a different argument too.
The Yankees suck chant gained significant popularity in the late 1990s.
Yeah, the phrase
Okay,
was
that doesn't say
was
George Rudy
notably
wasn't.
popularized on merchandise such as famous bootleg T-shirts starting around October 17th, 1999, which is
Again,
when the
that's the
fucking
shirts.
ALCS was.
That's the
I
shirts.
think
That's
that's
not
when
when
the chant
people
was
started
really
saying
buzzing.
it.
1980s,
not saying that
the
wasn't the
chant was
peak,
reportedly
but-
heard in and around Yankee Stadium during this era. So
Good.
that
Beat
doesn't-
LA wasn't about the Celtics beating LA. You know what I mean? That has nothing to do with it. But thank you for proving my point that it started well before the 1999 season.
in Yankee Stadium. This is like Yankee fans being like, the Yankees suck because they're not good.
Okay,
This
and that
is
was
not a
Celtics
Boston
fans
thing.
rooting for the 76ers
All
to
right.
beat the Lakers. Like, it's, what are you talking about?
Sucks. Either way, it sucks to hear these chants when you're giving up leads to the Yankees. Like, regardless of when they were doing
that
it
has
and if they
nothing
were
to do
doing
with
it
the
when they were
statement.
losing.
The statement
believe-
isn't like the Red
you
Sox
look
are
like an
doing great
idiot,
right
though.
now.
But Coley
Like,
believes
So in
that's the
1999,
spirit.
they look fucking stupid too then.
They
Like,
Not
played
that's
them in the
'99. I mean, they
playoffs.
played them in the ALCS in
and they
99.
got thumped. Like, what are you
But
talking
they
about?
were
Still,
a
they
good
were-
team that made it.
they were good.
They were the last step before the World Series.
I feel like
this
this is
team is the
crazy.
worst of the decade.
But in 1999, you've still done nothing, like absolutely nothing for 100 fucking years.
But
Like,
it's
who are
okay
you to say anything
be like,
at that
you
point?
suck when you have a. You
It's
have a
okay to
good
do it
team.
now. That's my point.
No,
it's
it's
okay to do it
not.
right
It's
now. You don't have
lame.
to be good to
It's
chant
Yes,
that.
you
stupid.
do.
I think it's stupid.
No.
It's so.
No, you don't.
If you're in last place, who are you to say someone
You
that's
look
in
terrible.
first place sucks? That's lame.
You look so stupid chanting it now. It's.
But they do suck. Like, they suck.
They
You just made fun of them for making the World Series. You call that embarrassing.
they have the
We're in
best
last place
record
right
in the
now.
American League. How does that suck?
And you said it was embarrassing that they only scored 4 runs in every game. They swept you, and you're making fun of how they swept
The
you.
Red Sox
because
suck
you know they
more.
suck. Shit, that's again a different argument. You agree they suck. Everything you've said about the series so far is like they didn't win by enough.
I don't
they
agree
didn't win the
that
World
they
Series
suck.
the
I
year
don't
they
agree
made
that
it.
they suck. I said that they didn't dominate the Red Sox. They didn't blow them out of the water. That's what I said.
They swept you.
Yeah.
That's dominating the Red Sox. You couldn't score at all.
From a
off
win
this team.
perspective,
That's
yeah,
dominating.
but like for how bad the Red Sox are, they didn't win fucking.
No one else even
11-0.
predicted a sweep except for me. Everyone thought you were going to win some games this series, and now they swept you and they didn't sweep you good enough.
I don't think that we're speaking the same language.
I think
right now.
Coley
just feel like
speaking
separate
about
arguments.
Coley speaking about a state of mind, like a mind
Correct.
that Red Sox fans should
Yeah, obviously,
consistently
but that's
have.
not really what people are chanting. I don't know. It's tonight
The
specifically.
score
This is jumping ahead. This is jumping ahead. I don't care.
Don't
I've
do
done
it.
that 3 times today. Tonight it happened where they gave up the lead and then the loudest Yankees suck chant started. I'm like, you guys look like
It's sad.
idiots.
Yeah, it's
It looks
very-
really stupid.
It's pathetic. It's
Well, the
pathetic.
timing of it specifically, if you're just doing it in general, it's different than like immediately giving up the lead and like Yankees suck.
The
I'm like,
kind
what
of
the fuck are you talking
fan
about?
that is
Red Sox
chanting
suck.
Yankees suck when the Yankees are in first place and the Red Sox are in last place and you just blew the lead and you're about to get swept by the Yankees. The kind of
I don't
fan
wanna be
that
friends with
then
those people.
chants Yankees suck is the fan that casually comes in and out. That's like, that might be their one game that they're at that year. And it's like, oh, the wave, yeah, Sweet Caroline. We have to do Sweet Caroline because we're here, so we got to do it. And it's like, oh, we're playing the Yankees. Let's do the Yankees suck. Yeah, Yankees suck. Come on, you
that's
guys
the
know.
majority
Yeah,
of fans.
Yankees suck. That's that guy. Everyone hates that guy.
The vast majority.
That's
of
the vast
fan
majority.
base.
We're the sickos that like actually follow nonstop and talk about it all the
Right,
time.
and you wouldn't fucking catch me chanting
doesn't excuse the
Yankees
I would
suck
be.
in a game
I would
that the
be
Red
far
Sox
more
just blew.
embarrassed. I'm far more embarrassed when Astros fans come to town and take over the park, and you can't hear any Red Sox fans even when they win the game. That's embarrassing.
It's not great.
I'm far more embarrassed when this rivalry that we say is dead has no juice at all. That's far more embarrassing. I appreciated while we were there at the game on Tuesday that there were people caring at all about a team you should not care about. Like the team is embarrassing. The fan base does not have to pretend like the team right now is representative of how they want the team to be. You suck. The Yankees fucking suck. Always. I don't give a fuck what the Red Sox. Yeah, the Red Sox are dog shit right now. We come on this show every week. Doesn't matter if they sweep or get swept and be like, yeah, this team fucking blows. So do they. And they always will.
They're on different levels. It's not just the idea of chanting Yankees suck the second you give up a lead to the Yankees. You just look
I'm
like
not
an
like the
idiot.
timing of that one specifically, but that wasn't the argument. The argument was about the entirety of the weekend because we're on game 2. It's not even when this happened. What you're talking about,
No, I know, but
the
I think it
timing
happened
of
in
that
both
one
games.
for sure preposterous. But they were down the whole time, so yeah, you gotta still let them know.
I thought the Yankees suck chants were stupid when I was growing up.
I think
fine.
it's more
Beating
just
our
like
ass
a-
I
all
think
the
that's
time.
completely fine. I think that's a completely fine take. Saying right now because you suck, you can't do it is a worse mentality to have.
Like I would never chant in general. I'm just not a chant kind of guy. Like at a baseball game.
I want
or
it to be
sporting
known
event.
I'm not chanting stuff. All right,
I'm just no. I like
T,
I
you're
won't-
never there.
No, but if I like when I go to a game, like I just want to sit and watch the game, and like I barely like talking to the person that's next to me.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
But
too.
like
All right.
no,
Usually
not in a
Martha or
mean
someone
way.
you know.
T, do we have your word? T, if you go to the park, you're not chanting. You're not
I'm not
chanting.
a
anything.
chant
There's
guy.
All right, thank you.
not even
I'll
a Let's Go
clap.
Red Sox.
No, I'll clap. I'm a big clap
I'm not
guy.
doing that. Yeah, I'm not doing. Like,
Yeah, my days of chanting are over, but I used to partake.
You'll
T,
get a
if you were gonna do
scream
a
out of
chant,
me.
what would the chant be if you were going to do a chant?
Let's go Red Sox. Let's go.
They don't do that at Fenway. They never have.
that's how they do it.
Yeah.
Is that
I-
Tom Warner?
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually.
I think it's much worse if you're only participating in Yankees suck chants when you're ahead and have a good team. I think that's cowardly.
Oh, I love that. That feels like
you
what it was
can't
for.
have those moments on the other side without doing it on this side. That I think that's where my head is. Like, if you want to have like the "fuck you Yankees" attitude, you got to have it 24/7, or you can't just be like when things are going well, you're like, oh fuck them. No, like the mindset, the mentality. I understand what Coley's
That's
saying.
Jordan
like,
talking about the Hornets. Like the Hornets get yappy winning game 1. He's just
Yeah.
I
There
don't
was
respect anyone who's
nothing-
that's front running
Like,
behavior.
You're
There's
flipping
nothing
these
more
fuckers off at
rewarding
every
than
point.
That 4-game sweep in 2018 when
Of course.
like it's like they're kicking their
course.
ass. You got fucking Steve Pierce is hitting 3 bombs. Yankees suck chant. They're kicking the shit out of them. And then Chapman blows it. And it's like, yeah, chant Yankees suck because they suck. They actually suck.
Obviously better when we're winning.
Yeah,
That's not
it's
the
pathetic.
argument.
It's
The argument
pathetic
is you
given the
can't do it
circumstances.
only when you're winning. That's pathetic.
Nah.
Front running. It's front running behavior.
No, it's not. It's just calling it like
Of course it is. You're only punching down in that case.
How
Like
are
that-
you going to
congrats.
say a team
Is there an Orioles
that is
suck chant? No, because they're irrelevant.
objectively better than you? How are you going to say that they suck?
Because it's fuck them no matter
They
what.
what do you mean they suck? They were talking about we need new road jerseys. They're tampering with their own history. Like they suck as people. How do we talk about Cam Schlittler? We talk about him like he sucks. He obviously doesn't as a pitcher, but we know he sucks
I
as a
think you're
person.
giving the
That's
chant
the
people
Yankees.
too much credit for why they're
But
chanting.
with
No,
this mindset, we
not.
could never
They're
say
doing it
anything because
it's
they
like,
have 27
it's
rings.
the Yankees, and this
Right.
is what we do, right? We just do
But
it.
if
Do
we
this
work with this mindset, they're always better than us, and you can't
Yeah,
ever
they're
say
cut-
anything. They have
Yeah,
27
you sweep
rings.
them in
We'll
a
never catch up.
4-game series. Who gives a shit? Like they can point to that the whole time. They obviously suck. But you're a big Booney guy and Cashy and Judgy,
Judgy.
so that's where you
I
don't
don't
think
know
they
Brian
suck. You
Cashman.
like them.
Yankees Jerry. Yankees Jerry.
That's not true. I like Booney. I like Judgy.
That's not true. I love
You know what?
him.
You're right.
I don't.
I was
He
just
said he
like
didn't
him.
like
I love all of them.
I
He
don't.
said he
Judgy's
didn't like
pretty cool.
Cashman.
I don't
He
know
said he didn't like
Brian Cashman. I was
Judgy.
saying this.
But you'd like him.
I was saying this on the phone earlier. I was like,
To Brian.
no, not to Brian.
Talking to BC.
I was saying this to Hal earlier, and I was like, Max Fried used to talk to him, went to the Yankees, have not spoken since. Jazz, we used to tweet back and forth, went to the Yankees, haven't talked to him since. Who was the other
He
one?
doesn't tweet with anybody anymore.
Well, yeah, he shouldn't after the Cutter thing. Who was the other one? Oh, Bellinger. We used to fucking go
Belly.
out in Arizona. Have not said a word to each other since he's been a Yankee. So I'll fucking draw the line.
Sounds like they've drawn the line with you.
No. It's a two-way street. I do think that there's like a team. The only person that broke team policy of going to the Yankees and still having a relationship with me, there was only one guy.
Donnie.
Donnie?
Joshy.
Joshy? Yeah, Josh
Joshy
Johnson.
Donnie.
Yeah, that was it. That was it. Max Fried is great.
Yeah,
but
because they suck.
But the Red Sox truly have no answer for left-handed pitching. It's basically a scheduled loss against any lefty, never mind the good ones. I'm almost mad that the Red Sox scored a run in the 9th. I'd rather get shut out again so that somebody could get fired and we can initiate some change. Red Sox lose 4-1.
Yep. Game 3.
Game 3. First line here says, no Roman again.
You guys are doing a lot of him. A lot of him and not saying much.
Watching, observing.
We're just observing, T. By the way, I was getting
Narvaez or
accused
Roman?
of telling you to delete that tweet the other day. I didn't tell you to do that.
You did not? Nope.
No.
You were not.
I
There's no
said
message from you.
I said if I tweeted it and it was up and someone asked me to take it down, I would have left it up. But I said you do what you do, T.
Yeah. I'll speak on it. I might as well now that we've mentioned it on the podcast. No, I was someone, closer to the situation, messaged me with some context, and I felt kind of weird having posted it the way I did. So I took it down. With the context, it felt a little weird to me. So yeah, that was what I did. The video was on IG. Anyone could repost it. I just posted it on my page.
It wasn't your video. Like you didn't.
People were acting like
already
I
out there.
found it. It was on IG. It
People
was
were
doing
acting
numbers.
like you went to the bar and took the video and posted it without him
like
knowing.
you were recording.
No,
Yeah,
listen,
no.
and it's a big account that posted it. One that I'm not super familiar with, but it popped up because it was a Roman Anthony related clip. But I felt like when I got the context of what the scene was and why he was there, it felt a little weird, I think, with the way I had framed it.
How
But
did
yeah,
you
I don't
frame
know.
it? I don't even know.
I didn't even post it in a negative light. I think I posted, it said something like, this is the most Boston video ever. I think that was the way it was posted.
Sounds like what you would say.
That seems
But yeah.
harmless.
the way it was explained to me and the way it was being interpreted.
This is a
very different.
New Jersey video, T. This is disgusting behavior. How dare you?
Yeah. I don't know. I just felt like I had context that changed my outlook on it, so that's why I took it down.
What's that mean?
So stupid.
I would be revealing.
I don't want you to reveal
what the
what was told to
conversation
you.
was.
No, of course not.
No.
But no, it just changed how I perceived the video personally.
Perceive.
I perceived it one way, they perceive it.
But
the
once
other
again,
way.
like, if you want to hit on it, like, do I feel great to see a 22-year-old face of the franchise out at the bar before a big Yankees game? No, I don't feel great about that.
No.
Out at the
It's
bar.
just so put it this way: before social media and cell phone cameras, this is what baseball players did. You know, they used to fucking ride the trains into the next town, and they'd get shit faced on the train, and then roll out of bed the next morning. And Babe Ruth was socking home runs and then banging hookers in a dumpster after the game. Like, that's baseball, brother. It's the optics. It's the optics of it, right? Like, it's like you're not playing well, the team's not playing well. You just got a bunch of money. You've been in the big leagues for a few months collectively. You know, you don't have a lot of tenure. You're being depended on to be the face of the franchise. Got paid. You're not playing good. Team's not playing good. Is it a great look to be out and fucking selfie 6 nights a week? No, but like, he's 21. He's gonna do what 21-year-olds do. Optically, doesn't look great, but I mean, this is ball. But you have to adjust for 2026 because the other end of the spectrum, right? I remember 2022-ish, 23-ish. We would hear that, like, yeah, like the guys don't go out for beers anymore, and they don't bond, and they
Remember
don't
the
hang
Devers
out.
dinner
They
picture
just-
was
they
like supposed to
go
be a
out
big thing?
And they go to the fucking game. They go home, they play Xbox, and they go to bed. That's why there's no team camaraderie. There's no relationships getting developed. So it's like, it's a very much a catch-22 situation. Do you want them just being robots that are only at the field and go home and play fucking Xbox and smoke weed and go to bed? Or do you want them to go have some beers with the boys and be social and try to build relationships and whatever? Some balance of the two. I think it's more just when you are paid and you're young and you're looked at as the face of the franchise, there's expectations would come with that, and you just got to be careful about the phones and whatever else. But like, is it a crime to be having a couple drinks after a game? Nope. But optically, you got to know, like, I probably shouldn't like, you know, be in videos and whatnot, given the situation of where the team's at, who's coming to town, and how I have performed to this point. But at the end of the day, like, I want the guys going out for beers after go blow off some steam. Everyone is tight assholes coming into the clubhouse. Everyone's pressing, trying to hit a 9-run home run and get the Red Sox offense going. And everyone's looking at their Instagram DMs, people talking shit, and all their comments, and Twitter, people talking shit about them. They're just probably wearing that. Go blow off some steam. Whatever. Don't look like you're celebrating a championship. Don't look like you're having a fucking awesome time, but go get the team together, go get dinner, go have beers, and build and shut out the noise. Whatever. It's just optically, just be cognizant of how it comes off in certain situations. That's all.
The watching, noticing thing, that's kind of where I've been at with Roman being out in the city like seemingly every single night. But there's no way to talk about it without sounding kind of like a loser. Like, for someone like us to critique it, and someone like me who loves going out, I'm not going to sit here and be like, dude, like, you gotta pump the brakes a little bit. Like, you really got to calm down. But on the other side of things, it's like people that are going to chirp you about it when you're okay with these videos being taken of you and like participating in the videos, those chirps are fair. Like, if you're going to, and this is not fair, by the way, but if you're going to hit 200 and people are going to critique you for that, those critiques are coming, and they're only going to keep stacking on top of each other if you're not going to perform. Is that fair? No, that's just what's going to happen. That's just naturally what's going to happen in this situation. The tough part with Roman and Cello is that these guys are young, good-looking dudes, and they get a lot of attention in this city, as they should. but I would love for them to learn the VIP section. I would love for them to learn like behind some ropes and kind of being with your people and maybe inviting some people over there. If people are filming you from a distance or whatever, that's on them. That's not like, you can't really control that, but that's a lot different than like being in the videos like, like, what, and then you're like out for 2 of the 3 Yankee games. Like naturally we're going to have a reaction to that. It's not a great look. And it's again, I say that and I feel like I'm a loser even saying that, but it's just like,
but like
that's going to be the reaction.
If they had an adult in the room, they would have been saying the same thing to his face.
100%.
That's it. You know? Bregman calls you and tells you, dude,
don't do that.
Not
shit.
again.
Yeah.
We're not doing that anymore.
Clean it up. Yeah, like what Steve said. Just like don't be noticeably hammered, being like like in a video, like that. It optically it doesn't look good.
I've obviously never done that. Like I've never done that.
It's
like,
same
at
same.
baseball. It's happened 1,000 times.
Yeah, like it's not to say don't have a life and only be at the field or barricade yourself inside your apartment. Like that's not the point. It's just be aware of phones, cameras, etc., and how it's going to come off in the consequences of personally not performing well, the team not performing well, and what the team's expectations are you after getting a contract like that.
Of you?
It's also the player. Like, it's a guy in Roman Anthony. Work ethic has never even been mentioned as a thing with him. He is known as the grinder, is the guy who is obsessive over his craft, who puts the time in. Like, there is never... Marcelo, we've heard since the day he was drafted. Character concerns. Like, let's just be 100% honest about it. Questions about how hard he works, what he's doing in the gym, how invested is he? Does he like being a baseball player as much as he likes being, you know, a top draft pick and the lifestyle that kind of comes with that? Those have always been the questions. With Roman, it's been nobody has ever said that. So it's weird when you do see him in some of these spots and like those conversations start, because he's just never been branded that way. He's always been painted as like the example. I wish more people were like Roman. Like, you don't find guys like Roman. He's an alien. So I don't
think
know,
this takes away from that, like, at all, really.
No,
like,
but when you're kind of compartmentalizing those two aspects of people being like, well, is he out and living this lifestyle? Like, is he not as focused on baseball as he should be, when at least what we've always heard and, you know, talked about, he is obsessive to the point of, you know, like the greats typically are, quote unquote.
I mean,
but I would say all the greats were like raging alcoholics.
Yeah.
Like in every sport. Yeah. Literally all of them. And I'm not saying he's an alcoholic. Like, I take that very seriously. But what I am saying is, like, the game's not at 9 a.m. He's getting videoed at 3 p.m. He's still getting to the park.
That video was up at like 9 p.m.
He's a 21-year-old super athlete.
His
like,
hangovers
multi-millionaire. Yeah. And
so like I can't demonize him, not based off of everything you guys have said, because you're right. The optics in this city are not going to like that ever. I do not care.
10 years ago, Felger and Maz does 2 hours on that.
Yeah, and I bet it's like if Vrabel wasn't doing his shit this week, I'm sure this came up. But one thing Steve said was like, he gets it that they're doing this, like they've earned it. Like, have they? What have they done? I like both these guys.
What's
like this
done?
Is where they should be living it up. Like, should they? Like, I look at Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum. They should be.
I don't think.
Yeah, I'm more saying their life situation.
Time out.
Like, they haven't earned much yet.
I don't think that they're quote unquote living it up, but there are people that'll be like, hey, they were out again. Like, I'm not gonna like name drop like the bars and the restaurants, but like, saw him again last night, saw him again last night, saw him again last night. But like, think about it this way, right? You're Roman Anthony. You're a young Italian boy. You grew up, your family, like your mother's cooking for you. She's in the kitchen every single night making you the macaroni and the meatballs with the sauce. And now you got millions of dollars in the bank. You're the face of the Boston Red Sox franchise. You don't have any friends and family that live in Boston. And I don't know where his apartment is, but like, if they're out in the North End all the time and I can afford to fucking eat in the North End every single night, guess where the fuck I'm going to be? I'm not door dashing Taco Bell. I'm going to the North End, getting a fantastic meal, eating like a king, and then I'm going to bed. That's what I'm doing.
They take the picture and that's what pays for the food. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I'm saying that is wrong. Like, he should be paying. They both should be paying.
I get what you're saying.
This is Boston. This is not fucking Kansas City. This is not some shit bum town.
What are you talking
about?
They
haven't earned that.
I'm not talking about earned it on the field or anything. I'm talking about like they've
money.
gotten to,
they should be buying their dinner.
Yeah, I'm not saying that they're. I don't know that they're.
Well,
calm.
they're playing in the
definitely
city.
getting
They're
comped.
young,
I
good-looking
didn't say that
dudes.
they
They
were
should be able to go
comped.
out like this. Like, there's no
I
problem
didn't say
with
you
that.
were. I'm saying they should be paying for this stuff. Like I know they're definitely getting comped. Of course they are.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
I don't know.
They're getting posted all everywhere.
I was about to say, I've seen Roman and Marcelo in front of so many restaurants.
I don't
the
know
last
if there's
couple
a North
months.
End restaurant they haven't done a pick with yet, and it's actually
Every
impressive.
Italian spot.
They need, you know who they need? They need Dave to yell at them. Portnoy. No free ads, boys. The free ads they've stacked up. They've burned through them all. The first month of the season, they've done all their free ads.
I think Mike's Pastries might be the only place left at this point. I got a cannoli. I love this place.
Yeah, but they don't have there's. I don't think that they have like guidance. There's no one to help them maneuver the city of Boston as a notable athlete. There's
Their
no
vet
one.
is Romy.
Well,
who
that was
is
my thing,
clearly
like-
using them.
Right.
Yeah, like when
He's
Romy
like,
was
"Where are
with
we
them,
going tonight?"
he was hyped. It was like there was no one being like a dad, like, dude,
Yeah.
just lay it down. And I feel like Bregman was that guy, like calling young players at midnight and
But
be like,
he's not from here.
Bed
Like
checks.
he doesn't have like, you know what I mean? You're right with the team part, but he doesn't know the city as well. Like
No,
even as
no,
well as they do.
but just
that's
ha-
part of it though. That's part of it.
of course, but just having someone in your ear, like, man, if I go out this, I know this dude's gonna fucking cook the hell out of me when I walk in tomorrow morning, or I'm gonna have a text message in the morning. Like, yeah, you kind of need that sometimes to show you where the bumpers of life are, and it's the learning experience. Like,
They don't have that.
on a performance standpoint. I cannot emphasize it enough. I have no worries about Roman Anthony at all.
No. Or work ethic or character
Nope.
concerns.
No,
None of that.
none of that's an issue. No, if anything, it's just surprising from all the ingredients we've been fed. I say ingredients way too much. I get it, Reddit. But from everything that we've learned about Roman Anthony, even at the age of 21, we feel like we know him like the back of our hand. I think to that point, it's now like, oh damn, that's the same guy that's like out every night. Like that doesn't seem to compute with like what we already know about him. And not to say like going out is like a bad thing, but when again, it's like pictures at every single North End restaurant and like constantly hearing, oh, he was out late and he's, you know, blah, blah, blah. It's like, again, if you can do both, do both. But I do feel like with how long the season is, how much is required of you, it can be a lot to try to balance all of this. And I'm sure part of his going out is to, you know, just kind
Clear your head.
of check out.
Yeah.
Especially when you're, you know, pitched as the guy and you got so much pressure on you and everyone's buying your jerseys. And on a national scale now, you're known more after the WBC. I get it. I'm sure that's, you know, I don't get it. I don't have any clue what he's going through right now. Like that's a level of fame that not a lot of people get at 21. So if you're going to, you know, blow off some steam in Celtic, have at it. I would just, you know, a little VIP section if they even do that in Celtic.
But you don't know what it's like to be him. Very few people do. You know what it's like to be 21 with even like $40 in your pocket.
Yeah.
Like, you're an unkillable human being at that point in time.
It's very
you
true.
are the king of the world. And then he's doing it with $100 million in his right pocket. Like, yeah, of course. Like that, you're doing just start hitting the ball more, pal. That's all we ask.
Yeah.
So you think the last couple of days there's been a disciplinary component to this?
Who are you
I
asking
do.
that question
Yeah.
to?
All three.
I do, for sure.
Goalie, there's one.
I haven't ruled it out.
That or he got choke slammed through a table while he was hammered.
He spoke after the game today. He's dealing with back spasms that happened on a swing. That's the explanation.
That's
I
the
will
story.
say part of me hopes it's disciplinary and not a back issue if we're just talking about the future of this team.
If they benched him 2 games in this series for that, then I want everyone gone as well. Then you are an idiot. It was not worth costing yourself this series to sit him 2 games in a row.
Do you think that he makes that much of a difference in the series?
Yes, I do. He's the best hitter on the team. 100%. Even if you just take
not
one
going
game.
like
Theoretically. Yeah,
Yeah,
theoretically,
like
yeah.
talent-wise, yes, but like
100%. You are a better team. I don't have to hopefully watch IKF play against
I
Max Reed.
think, you know, it's kind of the Carlos Narvaez benching was the tip of the iceberg where Cora may be sitting there saying like, I'm not a fucking babysitter, man. I managed a group of professionals to the best season this franchise has ever seen. And if we're not all in and invested on winning a championship this year, then why, like, what are we doing? Like, why am I even here? So again, I don't know. I mean, my first thought, I definitely did not think disciplinary for the first game, but then the second game, it wasn't so much that he was going to be out of the lineup. It was like, yeah, he might be available to like pinch hit later in the game. It's like,
But Cora said when he said it, like Sorello followed up with it. He was like, he made it clear he's not ready to go. It was gamemanship, if anything.
the fuck that like that.
Like when you have a guy that's probably not able to play, it's gamemanship. Oh, yeah, he's on the bench.
Not. For
that's how it was framed by the beat writers.
You do that for like a pitcher maybe. So it's like, oh, maybe like we're gonna change our lineup and pinch hit this guy and that. Like for a position player who fucking care, like the looming threat of Roman Anthony is gonna mean anything to Aaron Boone.
I think so. Yeah, if you have Roman Anthony off the bench, definitely.
I think it's gamesmanship to the beat writers to be like, no, he's not that. He is hurt. He's not disciplinary.
Cora laid it on pretty friggin' thick the last 24 hours. Like he was in, he was getting treatment all last night. He was in there. Like that was the situation.
What does
felt better,
mean?
but
like I would love to for the plot. I would love to get a fucking 2-hour back massage on a table. Like, oh man, yeah, my back really sucks. Yeah, like back massages feel great. Whatever.
I feel like
I don't care. I don't
know. I'm just curious.
I don't know. Like I'm not. If you were able to confirm one way or the other, would it surprise me? No. And I mean, we've literally already seen a disciplinary benching this year where the details were not announced and they didn't make it a whole thing. Who knows? I don't.
But it was clear there was no injury or anything.
Yeah, I guess, but then it's like, all right, well, if we just outright say that we benched Roman Anthony for disciplinary actions, then people are going to look at Cora being like, this is the second disciplinary benching in the first fucking month of the season. What kind of clubhouse are you running over there?
If you're doing it this way, you're setting quite the example to everybody else in that clubhouse.
I don't know.
I don't know. I genuinely don't know.
I'm going to take them at their word, T. It's not disciplinary. It's a back spasm.
I don't think you have to.
Coley disagrees.
Has this organization earned a word?
Definitely not on injuries. Roman might show up tomorrow and be on a friggin' 60-day IL till the end of time.
Yeah, to Steve's point, let's hope it's not.
Hopefully.
Back.
Yeah, I'd honestly prefer that it's a disciplinary thing. Maybe that can then, I don't want to say like knock him into shape would be stupid to use there, but you know what I mean. Just like, hey,
but
we're noticing. Let's just clean that up a little bit, and then if he's fully healthy, that's great.
Here's where I've got my reasonable doubt. I don't think that it's a 2-game sit-down offense. It's like, hey, fucking Yankees are in town. Don't be partying. Blah blah blah. We're gonna bench your ass. Like, I don't think it's a 2-game benching. That's why I don't think it's disciplinary.
It doesn't sound like he's going to play tomorrow. At least the way the quotes were after the game. Like, to say he still doesn't feel great, like, is it going to magically change by sleeping?
And it's in Baltimore, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, unless he was, like, late on Tuesday, are you going to really discipline someone for fucking having some drinks on Marathon Monday? Like, who cares?
I think the, backlash, because people... I heard a lot about it when we were at the park on Tuesday. Like, people wouldn't stop talking about it.
Yeah.
It was weird because, like, working at a radio station that blows these things up all the time, nobody talked about it this week on the Sports Hub. It was not a story. There was not an article written about it. It was just Twitter.
People were busy with football.
True. But, just in a city
both the other teams are in the playoffs. You know what I mean? Like,
sure. But, like, it was
a good week for all this to happen.
Yeah, definitely. But we've done, like, Red Sox talk every day. Like, Maz has been doing an hour on the baseball hour. Like, hasn't been a topic of conversation yet. Maybe something changes. I don't know. I genuinely, I don't know.
Day. I think Vrabel takes precedent over Roman Anthony having some tequila sodas.
I would love to know how many picks we're going to get, because every day it's a new batch. So I do wonder when we run out of picks.
Of Roman or of Vrabel?
Yeah. No, Vrabel and Roos.
Roman and Rossini, baby.
Yeah. Dude, I'm telling you, Vrabel and Rossini, I think have been
we're gonna see Roman in the background of one of these pictures.
Roman's
every time. Every time there's
Italiano.
clips, there's like clips from interviews of her from like 2021 saying some wild shit about Vrabel. I'm like, man, this thing goes deep. That
The
documentary
story gets crazier by the day. Oh,
The
it's
kid
gonna go
shit
nuts.
was too much for me
Netflix
today.
The doc
I mean,
is gonna
Dan's
go
probably
nuts.
directing it.
I need to patent pen this, so anyone who hears this, I'll take you to court. I'm gonna do. You know how the women are into those like real slutty books right now.
Yeah.
Like
Me too.
I'm writing the coach and the reporter version of that. Like I'm already claiming that. That's gonna, I'm gonna be a billionaire.
Yeah.
Can't wait to read it.
Yeah. All right, let's get through these notes that fucking 2K and Mikey aren't up until 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Where did I leave off? Payton Tolle has gigantic balls, strikes out Trent Grisham with the bases loaded. That's 8 strikeouts. Wait, so I skipped a whole bunch here. Shut the fuck up, Tyler. Oh my God, dude. The yapping. I'm trying to talk about GLD. Trying to talk about it. Everyone keeps asking me, where'd you get your chain from? Where'd you get your chain from? I think the first time I broke it out was at FanFest at Fenway.
I commented on
I
it.
was wearing it at FanFest. Everyone was like, that is a chain. That's a statement chain right there. Where'd you get it? Where'd you get it? And at the time, I was like, I don't want to tell you. I don't need everyone wearing the same chains as me. But then I was like, you know what? Why would I hold it from people? I got to share the wealth. And think about this for a second. Every guy has those go-to pieces. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
The shoes that go with everything, that one pair of jeans that fit just right, that t-shirt that always looks clean no matter what you pair it with. You don't overthink those pieces. You just grab them and they work every time. But most guys are missing one thing from that lineup, and that would be jewelry. And that's where GLD comes in. They make the kind of pieces that become part of your routine, not just something that you save for special occasions or once in a while, just clean quality pieces that instantly make your fit look more fresh. Once you add a GLD chain to your rotation, you will never go back. And this isn't the cheap stuff. GLD only uses real gold. Every stone is hand set, and their production process is on a completely different level. You can see it. You can really feel it when you have it in your hand, and especially when you wear it around your neck. I mean, feel this, T. It's heavy. This is the good quality shit right here.
I can't pick it up. It's breaking my arms.
Yeah, this is the good quality shit right here, T. This is the good stuff. I wear it every day.
Mm-hmm.
I wear it every day. I used to be like a diamond guy. Now I'm a gold guy.
Yeah, good switch.
I switched it up. Yeah, big switch, a big change for me. But I've been rocking it since December. This is one of those pieces that you put on once and it never comes off. It hasn't come off pretty much since I got it. They've got everything too. Chains, pennants, bracelets, even a nice selection of watches. Whether you keep it simple or like a little shine, they have got you covered. And it's not just hype. They have over 2 million customers and 50,000 5-star reviews, with GLD being worn by names like Justin Bieber, the Biebs. We love the Biebs on here. Who's Micah Parsons?
Also
You
known
know
as
who that is?
Micah Parsons.
Micah Parsons? Who's that?
Plays
smoke
for the
you.
Packers, one of the best defensive players in the world.
Okay. An ASAP Rocky.
Rapper.
Yep, plays for the Cowboys.
I've heard of him. I couldn't name a song, but
Yeah.
he's also a GLD guy.
Yep.
And plenty more. And the best part, every single piece is guaranteed for life. If you want to look, feel, and be your best, or just want to level up to any outfit, this is the missing piece that you've been sleeping on. Again, right here. Right here. You can feel the quality, the weight, the details. Unbelievable. GLD has an official collab with the NFL, so you can get every NFL team on a pennant this season. They also have official collabs with the NBA, WNBA, MLB, NCAA, NHL, MLS, and even DC Comics. Wow.
Ooh.
That's pretty cool, yeah. Work hard and change the game. For a limited time only, new customers are getting an insane deal. Use the promo code SECTION10, that's 10, to get 40% off at 40%. That's a pretty good deal. That's a great deal. At GLD.com. That's 40% off with the promo code Section10 at GLD.com. And after you purchase, they're going to ask you where you heard about them. Please support the show and be like, you know what? I saw Jared's chain. It was awesome. Section 10 sent me here, and I bought a chain for me. Do it for me. Let's finish up this dog shit podcast. Payton Tolle has me
We
rock
haven't
hard.
started on game 3 yet.
I did the first line. No Roman again. That was the first line.
Yeah,
that just
right.
went
Yeah,
into like
that's
a
right.
25-minute tangent. All right. Let me fly through these so that they can fucking go to bed. I just want on the record before a pitch is thrown that I think Cam Schlittler is throwing a complete game shutout tonight. Minimum 8 shutout innings with double-digit strikeouts. Minimum eight innings. Like we were ballparking it.
Yep.
Payton Tolle has me rock hard in the first inning, strikes out the side. I still have a raging erection. That was in the second. Meyer off the wall to drive in TS10 with 2 outs. That made me feel something. Red Sox 1-0, bottom 2. Payton Tolle has gigantic balls, strikes out Trent Grisham with the bases loaded. That's 8 strikeouts in the
nuts.
fourth. Coley's boy, Jazz, takes Tolle deep, 1-1 in the fifth. The Red Sox actually homered. The captain off Cam, 2-1 Red Sox, bottom 5. 10 strikeouts for Tolle, gets Judge swinging in the 6th. I want to kiss Payton Tolle on the mouth, punches out Stanton for the 3rd time, 11 Ks. My nuts are so swollen. That was in the 6th. Tolle, 93 pitches, 63 strikes, 6 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 11 Ks, 1 home run, a 150 ERA. What was Tolle doing tonight besides making me fucking horny?
I was right there with you. A lot different than what he's been doing in AAA, and I think he was working on stuff. We've heard about the 3-headed monster of hard with the cutter, the sinker, and the 4-seamer. Down there, he was throwing the cutter, sinker, and 4-seamer all between 24 to 27%. In this start, back in the big leagues, he leaned heavy back into the 4-seamer at 49%. The sinker was playing really well. And I think the thing that was really encouraging, the curveball, he had 7 whiffs on that alone, especially late in the start. That and the changeup really popped to me, but 18 whiffs total. And to see him kind of, all right, like I have this arsenal. I know what the 4-seamer is going to play, especially when he's a little juiced up and the velocity's there all the way. Topped out at 99.5, averaged 97.1. I just think you saw an arsenal that was a lot more well-rounded. He looked a lot more like a pitcher, not just a thrower. And man, you look at someone like Tolle here, and it's going to be very, very hard to send him down if it looks like this over a couple starts. And then what are the conversations you start having? Because it's going to be another logjam, another uncomfortable place. And credit to him, man. This is why he is, number 11 on the top 100 for Baseball America right now?
Anyone who wanted this guy traded in the offseason is an asshole.
Same.
Who said that? You, Coley?
Humans.
No. That was floating around. There was a lot of like, I would rather keep Connelly over Tolle, and I'm glad we
I
have
wanted
both,
to keep both,
but
I'm glad we did that.
Yeah,
Post Suarez, though, I think everyone thought one of them was gone, right? Like that was the assumption at that point.
it certainly felt more palatable at that point in time, but I just didn't know where it was going to happen because at that, correct me if I'm wrong, is that after they had taken Marte off the market?
Marte,
Yeah,
but
so
people were hoping you'd like circle back or some shit at that point, you know?
Sure,
they
of course,
did.
but
I think they tried, yeah.
I think they tried to, yeah. But with Craig circling back, it's like, hey, still got that same shitty offer I offered a few months ago. Thoughts?
I haven't
now?
tweaked it at all. You like it?
Yeah, it's actually worse.
It's
now.
the same offer that
by-
you hated the first time.
12 months from now, are Connelly Early and Payton Tolle better pitchers than Ranger Suarez?
No.
How many months?
A year from now. Let's go 27. May 27.
I think the gap closes significantly.
Interesting.
I mean, you know,
Well, and I don't think I could see Tolle being better. I don't
Yeah.
know that Early's kind of the same pitcher with a little bit more velocity. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
I think Tolle will be better. Maybe it'll be there a year from now. I still think there's going to be some ups and downs here, especially when his command isn't as sharp as it was.
Of course. I like having all of them.
Of course.
I like having all 3 of these guys.
I do wonder, though, if there's eventually going to be a thought process of, man, you should have invested that in something else when you had these 2 guys here already.
Sure, but they also went into this offseason like, we'd love Dylan Cease. Like, they wanted that kind of pitcher. I think it's more the reason he's here is Sonny Gray. I'm more confused about that than anything, knowing they wanted to add multiple pitchers.
It's also the same belief that they are out of pitching options already, and they need everybody that's here. Like, if another injury happens, I don't know what they're going to do.
They're
It's going to be
toast. I
Jake
think you're
Bennett.
pitching too.
Yeah, of course it's going to be Jake Bennett. Although, do we have any other 22-year-olds floating around down there?
I'll let you know what I'm hearing.
if this bullpen
Holland's?
blows it for Tolle, I am going to smash my fucking TV. It's first and second with 1 out. Next line says, bases loaded now. Fucking Greg Weissert, what do you even do? Bellinger, 2-run knock, 3-2 Yankees in the top of the 7th. I don't know about you guys. The second that they took the lead, I was like, this game's done. Like, it was a 1-run lead, and I was like,
It's 2-1. There was a 0% chance that's the final score.
And you got gifted one of those.
I thought when the Sox took the lead, I'm like, this ain't gonna do it. 2-1, that's not gonna do shit. Oh yeah, 3-2. Yeah, that game's over. I mean, 4-2, big over. You saw Judge doing like that. We talk about the Yankees suck thing. When he got to second, he was like, Yankees suck. Yeah, we fucking suck.
Yeah. 4-2. It was like, what? Like, ease up, guys. Stop beating up.
Yeah,
on
guys.
us.
Like, this is close to the slaughter rule.
It felt like an avalanche of runs in real time. Like, I expected the scoreboard to look like in Space Jam when the Monstars start going off. Like a bit much, ain't it? Like, that's how it felt.
I'm not gonna lie. When the inning was over, because I was intentionally not looking at the scoreboard because it felt real bad. And then they get out of the bases loaded situation. I'm like, they're only down 2? Like, that's what this feels like right now.
Wasn't it 4 straight hits? It was 4 straight hits.
I think so, yeah.
When Willier kicked the ball around, I was like, how did not everyone... I thought guys from the dugout were going to score. I was like, it feels like everybody's running around.
I could have sworn they were just going to add runs. Like, that's 8-2. That's 8-2. Like, Willier never does that. But
we talk about the weather, what the actual temperature is versus real feel. It was actually 4-2. Real feel was like 16-1.
Yeah. Real feel was game 3 of the 2018 ALDS. This is real quick. Does Weissert ever get out of a dirty inning? Literally ever. It genuinely seems like any time he comes into these innings, he's given out.
That's the hard
runs.
part.
Right. That's the fucking dumbest thing for me to say ever because I was praising him last show. But outside of that one, it never feels like. It never feels like he gets out of that situation. That's why I was so stunned it happened. We almost didn't mention it on the last pod. I'm like, we got to point this out because Greg Weissert just pulled a miracle and had like a 10-pitch inning and had 3 strikeouts. Somehow in this situation, or not somehow, he does it all the time. He gives up the runs. He always gives up inherited runners. It drives me nuts.
He's streaky, so that's where coming off of the good one, I thought he was going to start stacking the good ones, and he just fucking didn't. And it's
He'd been hot since Slayton got hurt. That was like, and I think that's who you're missing more than anything in that spot. But just this is before today. Greg Weissert in high leverage spots, opposing hitters, 255, 346, 472, 818 OPS. That's a 137 OPS plus that hitters have against him in high leverage spots. Yeah, so like when you put the pressure on him, it doesn't go great. That's just the kind of guy he is. But he's a mediocre low leverage arm that is now being boosted up without Justin Slayton here. And they should have done more for this bullpen. We had the conversation over the offseason, and like even Danny Coulomb, Trent Grisham, Jazz Chisholm both getting singles off you. You're a lefty, dude. You need to get those guys out. I was surprised they let him face Caballero because that's a guy that hits lefties better than he does righties. I thought they would go to Weissert there, but still, you have Austin Wells lurking, and you knew Cody Bellinger was coming. And the reason they didn't use Garrett Whitlock in the 7th is because Judge and Stanton were all waiting. And they all came up because the runs came in. But, like, you needed Whitlock for the 8th inning to take those guys out. And Whitlock's not a 2-inning arm anymore. He hasn't been used that way once this year.
Nor should he be.
No. You're short.
But to Steve's point, like, he only gets dirty innings, Greg.
That's it.
Like,
he never gets clean innings, ever.
It's never like he's coming in, like, next inning, great job, Tolle. You get the fresh one, Greg.
I got no clue what Greg Weissert's walk-in song is. You never hear it. Like, it's he's coming in during innings, and I don't think they play it. Maybe they do. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's just like, Greg Weissert, and here we go. It's 2nd and 3rd with 1 out. I wonder what's going to happen. Drives me nuts. It also sucks that he just kind of looks like a guy that's going to come in and give up runs. When he's walking out, and you notice it when he's walking off the mound tonight, he's got that like Eeyore thing of like, oh, it's boo-hoo, it's me. Like he really has the sad look down, and his performance a lot of the time matches that.
I'm pretty sure that's how we discovered Rusey was Greg Weissert fucked up a game that Payton Tolle pitched. It was his big league debut.
Pittsburgh game.
It was his it was his Fenway debut.
Literally
that game. The Red Sox blew it. Payton Tolle's great start. It was Greg Weissert and Roman Anthony was out with a hurt back.
Mm-hmm.
It was the same game as this.
Everybody seems to love Payton Tolle except for Greg Weissert.
I mean,
The most
skating.
depressing part, it was such a good week. We swept the Orioles, and we needed that after we lost, the fucking bullshit 2-game series. And we went, fuck you. And then Payton Tolle gets called up, and his video of him, like his reaction video, was the sweetest thing I'd ever seen. 8 strikeouts in his MLB debut, and we still lose the game because of fucking Greg Weiser.
That's what it feels like watching.
It's a hard life, man.
The role he plays
fucking
is a hard
game.
One. Same
Give him
game.
a clean inning.
To be that like just very like 7th inning low leverage arm, like it's a hard role, man. That's a hard one.
But he's not like, he has been high leverage for you. He was high leverage for Italy. He was high leverage for you making the playoffs last year. He was nails down the stretch. Like he's such a frustrating pitcher because like his sweeper when it's on is disgusting.
Of
like
course.
No one on the team I think has like more break on their sweeper when it's on than Weiser. And then he's like gassing you up with 98, and it's like, all right, just do this all the time, man. Like, what's your deal?
That's just what separates him from being an actually
I know,
like
I
high
know,
leverage
but
arm.
it's that's why it's frustrating to watch him. You'd almost wish his stuff sucked a little bit more. You'd almost understand it more.
It's one of those things too, where like if you look up his BREF, like you'd genuinely be shocked by his numbers the last 2 years. You'd be like, what the fuck? How does his line look like that?
He's
What do you think his
throwing
ERA
150
was
games.
last year, Jared?
Weissert?
Yep.
I mean, I feel like it's probably in the 3s because he was allowing everyone else's runs.
No, it's like a
282.
Yeah.
Yep, with a 367 FIP.
Because he pitched 90 times last year, so when he does have a fuck up, it's a blip on the radar.
He's also giving up other people's runs.
He's
so
giving
that's
up
not
other
gonna-
people's
That's also
runs.
true. Yeah,
Yes.
that's also true.
What I just fucking said.
Oh, missed it. All right. Good.
Still
I
lower
agree.
than-
Thank
lower
you.
than you think.
Thank you. Judge drives in a run, ball gets booted in the outfield, and they throw it around. I hate this team. 4-2 Yankees in the 7th, and then it says, "Yeah, fuck this team." No notes. Red Sox lose 4-2, swept by the Yankees, fall to 9-16. 9-16 on the year. That is the fucking notebook for the Red Sox getting swept by the New York Yankees in this April series, which may as well have answered all of our questions about whether or not this team. By the way, Hubs texted me before this series started, and he was like, "This feels like the exact series where you guys sweep us, get hot, fix your season, and go on a run." I was like, "That is absolutely
Hubs
not
does
happening."
not know ball, so that stayed true.
Yeah. Like, this was before a game was played in this series. Let me pull this up. This fucking
Reverse
idiot.
jinx.
This jamoke.
What do he sound like?
Fucking with
Hold on,
Hubs.
I'll read you exactly what he said. He said, "This has you guys sweeping and igniting your season written all over it. Tonight won't be close. Heel is basically the worst pitcher in the league, cooked as can be. If you don't hit Heel, then call it a year. He has nothing left." And I said, "We genuinely cannot hit a baseball." And he said, "Heel is your best possible scenario to get the bats hot. Worst fastball in the game." Yeah. So I disagreed. Yeah, I was like, we are very bad. We're not in a rut. We're just not good. And they got swept. They got swept, and that's the motherfucking notebook for this series. God damn.
It was nice to be able to root for Payton Tolle. That was a nice change of pace.
yeah.
And Eduardo Rivera, like those two
It's a nice
guys
treat.
made me feel.
Yeah, it was
They
fun
made me
for
feel.
an hour or so.
Yeah, we
Hour
had like
and change.
a good hour and a half where it was like, maybe we will win a ball game tonight. Maybe we get a ball game for a treat, you know?
2 yells by Payton Tolle, and they were well deserved.
Yeah.
I mean, that was, what, 10 innings of one-run ball by those two fellas?
Yeah.
Tip my cap.
What more can you ask, you know? Anyways.
Tactical nuke incoming!
Stop and Shop supermarkets have a major announcement. We repeat, don't shop for your groceries anywhere else.
Yeah, Stop and Shop. Yeah, Stop and Shop.
And what's great about these tangerines, look how easy they peel. Just like that. And loaded, I mean loaded with nutritional value.
Yeah, Stop and Shop.
Double kill.
What's better than having a Stop and Shop, getting it done for all of you?
The Stop and Shop look ahead, brought to you by Stop and Shop. Head on down to Stop and Shop right now. You get 10 cents off your tangerines when you buy at least 5 pounds of tangerines, only at Stop and Shop, and use the promo code Section 10. Red Sox are leaving Fenway Park. Thank God. Thank God. I think that they need to get out of the city. They need to change of scenery. They need to play in a ballpark
Start
with different
drinking
dimensions.
somewhere else.
Yeah. Take that shit on. Go to Pickles. Shout out to Pickles in Baltimore.
I do love that place.
They used to way back in the day. They had an ESPN zone in that.
Yes, they did.
Yeah,
it's right across the street.
Yeah, they had an ESPN zone. There's like a
They
harbor.
got Babe Ruth's birthplace right there. Yep.
Yeah, Crackhead. Yeah. Edgar Allan Poe, I believe, died there. There's something for him.
Sounds about right.
Yep. And then by the harbor, they've got this cool like mall-ish area, and there used to be, I don't know if there's still a California Pizza Kitchen was right there. Oh, Baltimore CPK, don't get no better than that. The aquarium, top notch. You got to hit that Baltimore aquarium.
Just stay in that tight area.
Just stay near the harbor. Stay by the water.
Maybe don't get an Airbnb that's a little further outside.
Yeah, don't do that. Yeah, stay nice and tight.
Stay in that area.
There's a nice Holiday Inn across the street.
Yeah, keep it tight.
Yeah, keep it tight. You know what I'm saying?
Tight.
It's a 3-game series against the Baltimore Orioles, who are in the American League East. They've not gotten off to the greatest of starts, but it's greater than you because you're the fucking worst. That's why, it's hard to kind of, judge that based on like a Red Sox scale. The Orioles are 12-13 to start the year, but that's so much better than the fucking start that you've gotten onto. Red Sox are 4-8 on the road this year. They've been outscored 63-50. It is Brian Bayo versus Dean the Cream Machine Kramer. That game is at 7:05 on Friday. Garrett Crochet looking to get back on the wagon here, as they say, against Trevor Rogers. That's a 4:05 start on Saturday. And then in the finale, I feel like they've been trotting out the same rotation for 9 years. Like, why do I feel like I've been doing like a Stop and Shop look ahead with fucking Kyle Bradish as part of the look ahead on like a train to New York.
With Dean Kramer.
Every fucking time. Dean Kramer, Kyle Bradish, it's every fucking time. It's been that way for 9 years. Connelly early versus Kyle Bradish in the finale. That's a 1:35 start on Sunday. Game 1. Brian Bayo. 1-2, 6.75 ERA, 193 whip, and a 6.3 strikeouts per 9. His cutter has a 57% whiff rate, but giving up a 294 batting average and a 471 slug. Same stat as the Yankees series, but because he was pushed back, we had that on there. He's going up against Dean Kramer. That's 0-1, 4.09 ERA, 0.91 whip, and a 13.1 strikeouts per 9. 16 strikeouts in 11 innings pitched this year, but also 4 home runs allowed. So keep an eye out for the long ball in game 1. Garrett Crochet, long ball, 2-3, a 7.88 ERA, a 163 whip, and an 11.3 strikeouts per 9. The velocity seems totally fine, back up to where it was, back to normal. Hopefully a small mechanics fix can get him straight. He's going up against Trevor Rogers, who is 2-2 with a 4.08 ERA, a 133 whip, and a 7.8 strikeouts per 9. An 8.38 ERA for Trevor Rogers in his last 2 starts, including 3 home runs and 15 hits. God damn, 15 hits in his last 2 starts. Game 3, the finale, is Connelly early, who is 1-1 with a 2.88 ERA, a 132 whip, and a 8.6 strikeouts per 9. He dominates left-handed hitting this year thanks to his sinker, and then the lefties OPS against him is 383. The sinker, 111 batting average and slug. Damn, he be doing work against lefties, and he's going up against Kyle Bradish, who's 1-2 with a 3.96 ERA, a 176 whip, and a 10.1 strikeouts per 9. Bradish has allowed 44 44 base runners in 25 innings, 3 walks in 4 of his 5 starts.
When I look ahead, and you wind up dead if you don't listen to what Steve says. Even then, you might still wind up dead. Caught in a tornado, get smoked by your neighbor's shed. When I look ahead, when I look ahead, Billy's gummy bears. Chew 'em with your mouth.
Weather look ahead. Brought to you by Billy's Gummy Bears.
Chew 'em
You
with your
chew
mouth.
them with your mouth. Cole?
Holy fuck.
Why is T promoting a rival gummy bear brand? Do you think Mr. Bears isn't gonna maul you and tear you limb from limb? You piece of fucking shit.
These are Billy's Gummy Bears. They actually share a factory with another company, and sometimes when they ship them out, they can be repackaged incorrectly. Steve?
The Red Sox head to one of my favorite ballparks in the country, an Oriole Park at Camden Yards. Game 1, Friday, 7:05 Eastern, first pitch, 72 degrees, Jared. Mostly sunny, 13% chance of rain. Should be fine there. 6-mile-an-hour winds. Game 2, no, Saturday, 4:05 p.m. Eastern, first pitch, 57 degrees. Light showers in the forecast, though. Light showers in the forecast.
Jesus Christ, Steve.
I don't create rain. 60.
What? Hold on. What time is the weather? Sorry, Mikey and 2K. What time is the rain gonna start?
What time is the weather?
Yeah.
What time's the weather though? When's the weather gonna happen? I mean, it doesn't look awesome. It says showers like all night, but it's like 40 to 60% chance. This is Saturday night, by the way. So
the game's at 4 though.
Yeah, game's at 4, so like they'll get it in. I know.
Maybe.
Okay, 12-mile-an-hour winds. Game 3, Sunday, 1:35 p.m. Eastern, first pitch, 52 degrees, cloudy. Cloudy, 4% chance of rain, 10-mile-an-hour winds. So game 1, folks, for those keeping track, if you have stuck with us here, is easily the best weather of this series, as it's in the mid to low 50s as we move along there into Saturday and Sunday. Again, watch out for showers on Saturday, keeping a close eye on that. Maybe a rain delay, maybe not. That is your weather look ahead. As always, brought to you by Billy's Gummy Bears. You chew them with your mouth.
Mr. Bears, I feel like, has been in a awful mood this year.
Can you blame him?
No.
Yeah, it's rain, you know?
How many times does he call you, or is he kind of just like hands off with it?
Oh, he's hands off with it. I wish you were like him in terms of how he approaches the weather look ahead.
What do you mean by that?
Wow.
In terms of like letting me do it.
I do let you do it. What are you talking about?
Yeah, no, you do. You do.
So then why did you say I don't?
I don't know. I was acting a little crazy. It's 12:30. I was acting a little nuts.
Yeah.
It was funny.
Thank you.
How come on Tuesday you came to AMB but you didn't hang out with the fellas?
I was with my boy Brett. Had not seen Brett in quite some
So
time.
what?
Well, I'm literally giving you the answer for why I wasn't with you
It's a
guys.
dumb answer. It's a dumb
Don't
answer.
care.
It's a dumb answer.
T.
Why haven't you brought up our little hangout session?
Who?
What? Who?
Who? You were with me, Jared.
Oh,
we
yeah.
hung out. We bonded for an hour.
Yeah.
You
but,
snuck
like,
up on me while I was in the room.
Yeah, you're very killable.
What does that mean?
You're just naive. Like you have no situational or like surrounding awareness. Yeah.
I was locked the fuck in.
Yeah.
That's one way to call it.
So is the sniper.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah. I mean, like,
Why don't you want us meeting this Brett?
Yeah. What's
Brett's
up
the
with
man.
Brett?
Wait, when did I say that was bad? I said Brett's
You
awesome.
could have brought him up with us. You
Yeah.
could have brought him.
I
hang
never
with the
want to like
fellas.
force the issue with the Aura Club thing. Like I
What
feel
do
like
you
I'm
mean?
finally
That's
kind of
fair.
in.
That's fair.
What do
That's
you
fair.
mean?
And so I don't want to just be like, let me invite everybody up here.
It
you
was
know?
just Brett.
that's fair.
This guy Brett.
Yeah, Brett's the man. Brett's
yeah,
the man. I
If
hadn't
he's
seen
the
him in a
man,
while,
then
so
what's
caught
the
up with him.
problem? Why couldn't we have met Brett?
That's not really. Again, I'm just saying I don't want to force the Aura Club thing.
How
It's
are
just
you
nice to catch
forcing
up
it?
with my friend?
It's like my apartment.
I know it is, but no, that's a true statement for those listening. He basically controls the whole place.
I think
but
that if I was just like, no one would have been like, whoa. Steve's fine, but not.
No, that's fair.
Brett.
That's fair. I mean, there's another part of it. You know, I like roaming around trying to get different angles of stuff. The amount of wasted footage in this series that I have on my phone. My goodness.
I'm sure you do. Yeah.
A lot of strikes, a lot of swings, a lot of foul balls.
Yeah.
Is Brett a childhood
Durbin
friend?
No, I've known Brett for about 5 years. He's a BC boy.
How the fuck did you
so we
meet
talk
Brett
BC hoops.
while we've been friends?
He invited me on his pod, and
Okay,
it was about Boston College basketball, and I was able to get that off my chest because I don't talk about that to anyone else but Brett.
Okay, so he asked you if you want to come on his podcast, and you said yes, and now you're friends?
Yeah, we've been friends for about 5-6 years. Yeah. What? You're a loser. What is wrong with that?
Oh my God! Holy shit!
That's what I'm talking about.
Go in the bathroom. Go in the bathroom with
suck, but
fucking
you call
Brett.
Jared a loser? How does that work?
Yeah, go in the bathroom with fucking Brett and see.
Hey,
what? You want some too, asshole?
No. Listen, Steve's a fucking idiot. I think he knows he messed up here. Hey, no, Steve, we're good. We're good, Steve. I'm helping you. Steve made a mistake, and he's paying for that. And I think right now we're acknowledging that. And when he comes back, we're gonna all be good, and we're gonna all be happy.
We're good.
You know, that's it.
Has anyone ever phrased it? Steve's a fucking moron. Hey, you agree with me? This is fine.
Same page.
Dumbest guy I've ever met. No, this is a compliment.
Back to you, Steve.
No, it's just why are you ripping my friendship with Brett? What's wrong with this?
It's off-putting.
Seemed like you were hiding us. You were ashamed of us.
Yeah.
No, again,
Could
this
you
is about not
imagine?
forcing the
Could
aura
you
issue.
imagine, Steve, if like you, Mikey, and Coley were up in the Aura Club, and I was also at Fenway Park with my buddy Ted,
This doesn't work.
and you
You're
were
the
like,
mayor of Aura.
you were like, hey, come hang out with us. And I was like, nah, I'm with Ted tonight. You'd be like, what?
Yeah, it'd be like you're catching up with a friend
See?
you haven't seen in a while. That's
Nah,
fine.
I would bring him up 10 times out of 10.
There was a time a few years ago where I was at Fenway and you guys were there and you didn't come and say hello to me.
There we go. Good point, T.
No, that's not true.
But you're the Steve in this situation.
No,
Yeah,
no.
You have to come to me. I told you
Yeah,
where
we
you
were-
were.
No.
We had the numbers.
No, I was
maybe it might have
sitting
been at
there.
that point.
No, and I didn't know Jared and Steve very well at that
Yes,
point.
you did. We were doing a podcast together.
Me and you
Terrible
did,
take.
but we hadn't hung out, and me and Steve weren't doing a podcast together at that
So
time.
what?
That was
Yeah,
pre-Section 10.
I think we didn't like each other at that point.
And beyond that, you guys took a picture of me and sent it to me and could see me.
to let you know what direction to walk in.
Yeah.
I don't
Glad
go
you-
to Fenway.
T, I'm glad you mentioned that because that just reminded me. Right, that's what it's like when Tyler's at Fenway.
Yes.
Like, it's such a rare sight. At that point, I think, oh, this kid's probably here all the time. He does hashtag Red Sox, hashtag Dirty Water. He is probably at hashtag Fenway Park frequently. And that's one of like 3 times I've maybe ever seen
Never
you
heard
there.
of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be getting there in the next 10 days, I think.
maybe.
I have the itching
Astro
right now.
series?
I have an itching. Yes, I want to go.
You have
All
an
right, let's
itching.
do it.
I do.
Now is the time you want to see him?
Yeah, I'm ready to go to the
Itching for
ballpark.
Fenway
Maybe
Park.
I can turn the season around. Maybe I just got to show up.
Guy's dying.
Yeah, what's that itching? What the fuck are you watching? That's like, I gotta get to this part, man.
I gotta
This
go
is so fun.
see how immediately the ball goes off Durbin's bat into the dirt. I gotta see it.
Of all
Listen.
times to have an itching to go to AMB, this might be the last time.
If Roman's in the lineup, I'll be there.
Okay. All right. Prediction time, Coley.
Listen, I'm worried about the torrential downpour that is coming Saturday. Watch out for the flood, Baltimore. No, because I think we'll get in 2 on Sunday, regardless. But I'm going classic sweep. Birds take all 3.
Wow. So this is a complete tailspin that you're forecasting.
I mean, it's a 6-game losing streak, which they did suffer last year. Was that their longest last year, too? The 6?
I think they did it twice.
Yeah, they did it post Devers immediately. You're right. They may
Exactly.
have had another one. So this is kind of what they do.
T.
Yeah, they were 8-5 against the O's last year, 5-8 the year before. So I think they've kind of flipped the last 2 years in terms of killing birds. The first game, Brian Bayo, Brandon Young. Give me Bayo in that. The other 2 starts, I don't feel good. Trevor Rogers, who when his stuff's on, is one of the best lefties in baseball. I know we'll have Crochet and we'll keep the game tight, but I just don't believe your lineup can do anything against a quality left-hander. And then Early versus Bradish. I know he's had a slower start to the year. And weirdly, the O's bullpen has been a lot better than I think a lot of people thought, with their offense being disappointing. Give me 2 out of 3. The first game and the third game, they barely squeak out the third game with Early on the mound. But I can't pick a series loss right now, or I might fall apart. So Give me a series win.
All right, then I'll do it for you. I'm going 1 out of 3 here. So we have every variation outside of a Red Sox sweep, Steve, if you want to be that guy. But
yeah, I got what do I have? I got 2 out of 3. I think T already took that. Yeah, but I like Bayo on Friday. It's going to be 72 degrees, so it's not freezing anymore. He should enjoy that. He's got a 3.13 ERA at Baltimore, his second best ERA at any park where he's got at least 4 starts. We all know the best one's at Yankee Stadium with a 1.44. Feeling pretty good with Connelly early on the mound in the finale. Would love to get 6. Maybe Greedy get into the 7th inning there. That would be great. Would not be stunned if Pete Alonso hits a moon bomb. I know he had a stretch without one. I think he hit one a couple days ago. Hopefully it's a solo Johnson. That'd be beautiful. So yeah, I got Sox in such a gorgeous park, winning 2 out of 3.
Yeah, it is a gorgeous park, isn't it?
I'd love if the O's are wearing their City Connects. Those are great too.
They're not. Yeah,
I will say, like, your best chance right now, I think Duran is swinging it pretty good. I know he tweaked his stance again, T, or something. Like, he has to be an everyday player right now, at least for this series. He's giving you most of your offensive production right now.
Okay. Final thoughts, T?
Yeah, 2 quick prospect mentions. John Holobitz brought home Eastern League Player of the Week this past week. Had a great start, 7 innings of 1-run ball, struck out 11 in that start, walked just 1. And in his second run at AA, he's shoving. 3 starts, 16 innings pitched, 1.13 ERA, 2.85 FIP, 12.9 K per 9. I don't think a promotion to Worcester is far off for him. And while the secondary stuff doesn't, really jump off to you, he has a fastball that the models love and that just simply performs really well. So when we're talking about starting options, I feel like he's a name we'll have in the Worcester mix sooner rather than later. And then Franklin Arias, you have to talk about what he's doing right now, because to homer for the 6th time in 7 games, and like for a guy who hit 8 homers in 116 games last year, we're talking about someone who is going to be top 20 prospect in the sport at this rate. Like, this kind of power surge, I don't even think in people's wildest dreams it was going to look anything like this. And even like Baseball America has been putting out some clips the last couple of days, just not only the added muscle, but kind of where he's just angling the ball and getting out in front of the ball. He knows what he's doing when he's looking for these homers. He's developed that feel. And I think for him, and we're talking Trevor Story, Marcelo Meyer, he's going to be part of that equation by the end of the year, and they're going to have to make some real hard decisions.
He's not Rule 5 eligible, is he?
No.
No,
he's still only 20, yeah.
He is. So I don't know if they will rush him, even if he is tearing the cover off the ball, because at that point, if it's a lost season, why are you just adding him to a 40-man right before a lockout?
I bet he gets up to Worcester by like June, and then he'll get 3 months up there, and then it'll be one of those things where it's like, do you give him the Wilyer Abreu, the Cedon Raphael, the Tristan Casas? You want to come down for the last 10 days? We'll get you a couple of bats, hang around, maybe.
If there wasn't like a looming lockout, like, I think they really have to factor that in. Like, why are we just adding him to the 40?
It's a fair point.
When we don't even know what it's going to look like on the others. So there's just no rush to do it, no matter how. Now, if it's like a playoff run and he's still tearing the cover off the ball in Worcester, we also don't know what the swing's going to look like in Worcester. Not that he deserves any doubt right now. But I don't know. I feel like they really would be I don't know why in a lost season you would burn that spot.
Yeah, in my head, it's like they sell some major pieces at the trade deadline, and it's like
you have a bunch of spots open.
Yeah, and it's more like we're kind of running out the string. We know we're entering a new era here. Like, go get your feet
wet. That could be.
Maybe.
That
I don't know.
That could certainly be.
And Juan Valera, I know last episode we wanted to act like it was good news. He had to get an MRI, and we really haven't heard anything since then. So, not good.
Steven?
Yeah, a little update on being out by the bullpen for Cam Schlittler's much anticipated warm up. No one said anything. Literally nobody out there chirped anything. I was listening very closely for any kind of chirps. Nothing burger like you read about. Sox security was there to try to keep the scene safe. They know I'm obviously Stevie bullpen Cam, so let me get my shot there. And
they let me dig in his pockets and try on his belt.
They let me grab his butt and do whatever I wanted over there, so it was really good. I got to pick his ear. It was really nice, but no one said anything. It's going to be bad. They're going to throw stuff at me, try to grab me. Nope, none of that happened. Nope. There was more chirping when Jacob Mizorowski was warming up for the Brewers. So just to give a little insight there. But I should stop talking because we can't talk about. Oh my God, we can't talk about him. And then lastly, we put it on the socials, but I cannot believe that they had that 27 championships plate. It's just so bad to be selling a 27 championships plate. I did all the research I could on the dude that sent it to us in the DMs, just to make sure like this isn't like some undercover Yankee fan that's like trying to troll us and it's a AI or something. We obviously got to pay much more attention to that now than stuff we used to get sent 8-9 years ago that we just knew was real, but 100% real. The dude actually then went back to the team store about 20 minutes after we had posted it. And he was like, they took it down. He showed a photo of that spot, and it had like the tape and the outline of a plate. And it's like, they might have seen the tweet and been like, why the hell did we have this up in the first place? But shout out to Mutt, by the way. He did some research on this and found out those plates are $35 each. So for a grand total of $70, the Red Sox are completely fine with ruining their image with what they're selling in the team store. That's love to see that.
That's really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had some fucking banger tweets this series. The the team store tweet did 1.6 million views. The Cam Schlittler bullpen video did 1.9 million views. And then the video of me and Coley on the field on Tuesday.
Scary scene.
Still surprised you're with us.
That did 1.3 million views.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, fuck, shit.
Fuck, type shit.
Also, shout out to Mikey. Cooked up the Jordan's Furniture video that we put out today. Mint. Fucking mint, Mikey.
Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you.
Fucking mint.
Brash.
I know Jordan's was happy about it. Great vid. Wally, you got Wally.
Shout out
in the
Wally.
cut. Yeah.
Shout out Wally.
Yeah, Walter was just ready to go. Zuko, you got a final thought?
Yeah, you guys really had me fooled when we were wrapping the show 5 minutes in.
Just a show of ads.
Yeah. Mikey, you got anything?
I do, actually.
Wow.
A name to keep an eye on. He's in high school. Bishop Fiennes Brody Bamilla. He pitched today against my Taunton High Tigers. He threw 5 perfect innings, striking out 12 to lead Bishop Fiennes 3-0 over my Taunton High Tigers. Tough to see, but he's going to Texas. Get this kid to Fenway, and if not, just make sure he doesn't go to the Yankees like Schlittler, another local guy going to the Yankees. Just please don't have that. But this kid's going to be a player, Brody Bamilla.
Currently mocked to go 1 pick after the Red Sox in the first round.
Wow.
Okay.
Love that name, Brody Bamilla.
Wow.
Yeah, when we had Ian on last week Down on the Farm, he seemed to make it sound like he's going to be a top 10
Yeah.
pick.
When he brought that up, I was like, fuck, we really aren't even going to get a shot at him. Because if you're talking big lefty, ridiculous arm, like extension, all that, he is Craig Breslow's type.
Where can you listen to that show, Coley?
Patreon.com/Section 10 podcast. We will have another one this upcoming week. We get a clean 40 coming out tomorrow.
Friday.
So we're buzzing. We're buzzing over there. If you want those Piglet shirts, I saw Mikey tweeting it out again today. That's at section10merch.com. Payton Tolle back in our lives is good for all of us. It's good for the soul. But I'm watching this power outage, Jerry, and I'm watching these other games around the league just to remember what it's like to watch good, clean baseball. You know what I mean? Just to restore that feeling. And so I throw on Braves Nationals as I'm one to do. And what do I see? One pitch into the fucking game, Jared. One first pitch of a guy's life gets deposited into the right field seats by one Mr. James Wood. I said, Heim, you son of a bitch.
He's leading the league in homers right now.
He's leading the league in everything. He's
and
the best
bases.
player in the sport.
Yeah, and strikeouts, but like whatever.
So fucking what? We do that too. We don't hit home runs and score runs.
I don't care.
And get on base.
I don't care. See?
I had a point.
I know you did. That's why I called on you.
Coley was talking.
Yep.
Oh, how'd your Ask Me Anything go?
Who?
It's tomorrow.
Oh, that wasn't today. Oh, today's Thursday. I keep thinking today's Friday.
Well, it is Friday now.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Hey, that was on me.
Jerry scheduled it for 4:30 a.m., so it's soon.
Yep.
It's coming up.
It's coming up.
Might happen before the pod's up.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the Patreon AMA on Friday. What the fuck do people give a shit about what I have to say about anything? Were you gonna ask?
It's awesome.
No, you're right. Shut down the show.
Facts.
It's a lot of fun. I am so high on it. Eamon had a blast too.
I had a great time.
You did it before, or did I make that up?
I just hopped in there and was just
answering
questions all over the place when we first opened the Patreon.
It will be the fastest hour of your life, Jared.
I mean, I've done like AMAs on like Red Sox Reddit and baseball Reddit.
It's a good time.
This one feels a little faster back and forth, but I've never been the one answering questions. I only sit in them like on BA when Spirit does them or whatever.
Yeah, I did the baseball one sucked. It was just a bunch of people being like, fuck you for supporting sports betting. And I'm like, what? Like, what is going on? Like, okay. All right, see you later.
Hey.
Yeah, I was like, I don't have to do this if you guys don't want me. Like, I'd rather not.
It's called Ask Me Anything, not yell things at me.
Yeah.
Yell anything at me.
Yeah.
So you taking some edibles?
He's promoting a competitor.
These are Billy's.
You would think that. You would hope that.
I would know that.
Okay. Just saying. All right. Section10merch.com. Patreon.com/Section10podcast. I'm doing an AMA on Friday, and we've got Clean 40 coming out. And so people were asking about some of the merch-related perks that have to do with the Patreon. We should have all those answers on Monday. And I also said to the guys, I was like, I want to put our heads together to come up with ideas to add even more benefits to the Patreon. Yeah. Just want to make sure that it's the best possible experience that anybody could have.
The best experience that I ever had.
That's what I want people to be saying about the Patreon. So, all right. Ba-doop, doop, doop.
Buenas noches, amigos.